Okay, hello everybody. Sorry for the delay here. Draft should be in 3 minutes. We had a bit of a kerfuffle, I think is the best word to describe it here. If anyone wants to join me on the casting futon, I am there, streaming. But yeah, 101 Thieves had a no-show last minute, so we're now running Dominic, who yes is not technically legal to run. The captains reached an agreement. Kathy is allowed 101 Thieves to play the series. Given the roster change, 101 Thieves, as a result, has had to forfeit side select, so that now goes over to Fruitcakes, and they have selected blue side for this series. Just going through the highlights real quick. Dominic is the featured player on 101 Thieves. Has 41 games played in the server with a 46% win rate, 1.92 KD, and 28 different champions played, which is a huge champion pool. He's likely to be flexing into a different role other than support this game. I expect the other Dominic to be playing support, most likely. Okay. Draft is coming up in 8 seconds, but yeah, I think these are the expected roles for these players. I'm expecting to see Twitch and Zaya both taken off the board. Psycho Carrot owns Mason, so this is not the right draft, by the way. Don't think that's true. But so I think Jungle should be pretty interesting for sure. But we'll have to see how that goes. Actual draft, it looks like hasn't started yet. So we're actually still good on time. So I'm just gonna kick back and try and go through these. Mason's champion to look for is Hecarim. Julian has played top lane, but I don't think he's won in top lane yet. So we have two kind of off roles going here. So it should be a bit of an interesting matchup. I think it's also possible that Psycho Carrot would just go top and we have Dominic in the jungle or something. Our featured matchup here is Kai versus Taxi. Kai's actually up 2-0 in this matchup and has completely dominated. Taxi is suffering a little bit here, but has much better overall stats. So we'll kind of have to see how that goes down. But I think draft should start. Mason's still in the bathroom though, so draft is not going to start. But yeah, if anyone else wants to hop on the cast and help me out here, would be appreciated. I'm having to do a lot of stuff behind the scenes because of everything that's going on here, so would be super helpful. I will just keep going once draft starts. Looks like Mason's probably still in the bathroom, considering this hasn't started. I hear him going back now, so it's probably probably going now. Draft still hasn't started though, so I'm not sure quite what's up. Okay, we're in draft. Looks like Twitch is taken away from Will. I think that's a pretty standard ban. I don't think anything surprising there. Udyr banned away from Mason. I think, again, this is just exactly what we expect to see come out here. This next ban, I'm expecting maybe like Aurora or something coming away from Taxi. Not sure though, because he did play it against his team previously and didn't end up winning. So might not be a big concern for this team. But it looks like the Leona is going to be banned away. I don't actually know who that's hitting, because I don't know who's playing support on this team. I guess just a generally good ban to get rid of. And yeah, that's Zaya banned away from Kathy, which I think is definitely something that you should be doing. I think it knocks down her performance just a little bit. Then Amumu's banned away from Psycho Carrot. At least I assume that's who the target is for there. Should be weakening him overall. And then this last ban, I expect to probably just be one of Kai's champions, like Katarina or Akali, or you could just ban another jungler. Looks like the hover is Viego. That's a little funny considering Mason's been saying how bad it is, but it is just actually locked in as the ban. First pick coming out here. There's a lot of very strong champions on the patch, but I'm not sure what to really expect here. I don't know how much Yone Prio fruitcakes are going to have, which would be the big thing in my mind. But it looks like Julian is just going to be first picking his Gragas, which I think makes a lot of sense. Very good on that champion, and it is solid in that role right now. Not sure if they're looking to counter. This could also flex to the jungle, but I sincerely doubt that's going to be happening. Maybe I'm just a hater, but Thresh is being picked up here. Again, still not really sure who could play that. There's 3 people who could be going support. And I mean, maybe they all play it. I genuinely don't really know. But not sure this next pick is going to be. Kai'Sa is what I'd like to see. Yes, okay. Kai'Sa's locked in. Very strong champion on the patch if you're kind of sticking to these AD picks. But it has good hybrid damage, and Will is very proficient on it. So like seeing that. Looks like Lux is picked away. This is probably going to be AD on the other, or like the bot lane ADC position for them. Good champion, and Kai'Sa does struggle into mages, so I don't think that's super surprising. Good counter pick there. But yeah, I mean, it does depend on you to perform on it, and I think last time we saw this team draft this, they did struggle to execute a little bit on the pick, so we'll have to see if that stays true or not. But it looks like Morgana's locked in. I don't. That again probably could go to Eden Guy or Mason if he's feeling a little silly. We could see some jungle Morgana. Not sure if that's the angle that they're going for, but hey, I'll believe anything can happen until it happens, or until it doesn't happen. No, I don't know. Not the most focused right now. I do apologize. Yeah, and the last pick for 101 Thieves is just going to time out. So I'm not sure what that pick is. That's Nunu. We'll try and get that a more normal size. Yeah, and Nunu is the pick there. Mid lane is still open. I'm not sure who is the Nunu player on this team, so I think that makes things kind of interesting. Akali is banned away from Kai. I think this is smart. I think we probably expect to see the Katarina come away next, especially because you don't really know. I think hitting Mason's pool is super hard to do effectively. Syndra's banned away, which I also think is good. She's a very top tier champion right now, so denying that is always good. Looks like Jarvan is the other ban. I think it makes sense. Kai'Sa doesn't have a great way to escape the Cataclysm. Probably better picks available for Mason, but I think if that's something that you're afraid of dealing with, I think it's a good call to just get rid of it. Yeah, it looks like Scion is going to be the pick here. Aurora was banned away too. Again, I still really don't know who's playing where. I think this Morgana pick could actually just serve as like a denial away from Dominic, which could be interesting. Caitlyn's being hovered here. I think Kai and Kathy could each be playing either of these matchups. I'm not a huge fan of how the Caitlyn mid went last time. Like, he performed well. I just don't think that champion is effective in that role, but we're seeing it put down. So we'll see if Taxi has a good counter pick to it. At the very least, it does allow you to farm safely from range, so I don't hate it overall. But we'll kind of have to see how things go. And Wukong is the pick. Don't know if I love it into this comp, but it should be an effective way to get onto Kai'Sa, and I think it does have good interrupts for the Nunu because you're able to just kind of clone out and not take too much damage. And Vigar is the last pick. Does get outrange for the Caitlyn, so I don't know if I'm a huge fan of it overall, or in lane specifically, but overall I think it does have a lot of value. It stops Gragas and Wukong from getting on top of you, but Morgana just able to drop the Black Shield down and just let them walk through the cage, I think could be an interesting dynamic to how this game kind of plays out. I'm just gonna completely wait until we're in lobby to even guess at who's playing what role on 101 Thieves, or who's playing which champion for Fruitcakes. I think there's a lot of open-endedness for both teams' drafts, so it is a bit interesting. Just kind of gonna have to, wait and see what happens there. But yeah, still just waiting here. If anyone else wants to go cast, feel free to just hop in. Okay, it looks like we're attempting to get into lobby. It looks like I correctly guessed what roles are being played here, so that's always kind of nice. Eden is playing Morgana, and Mason is on Wukong. Okay, it looks like we're actually loading in. So I should have a better idea of who's going where soonish. And it looks like it is going to be Kai playing the mid Caitlyn, which is what I assumed. So do have Lux Morgana bot lane, which is a bit interesting, and we do get to see Dominic on the Thresh. He actually has not played all season, which, you know, is interesting, but at least should allow for an interesting game. We'll see how this goes. I think not having Drago does severely hurt 101 Thieves' chances, and losing side select obviously is not what you want as a team. But I think this team definitely has the potential to make it back up. Dominic and Eden have no matchups previously, and then Taxi and Kai we already looked at. Psycho Carrot is actually up a game on Mason in the jungle. Much better KDA. Julian and Dominic also no data, and Will is up on Kathy about 3 games out of the 13 that they've played. Overall records, nothing's super standing out here. Lux has been pretty performant. Morgana has actually been atrocious. Vigar suffering, Nunu suffering, but Sion and Wukong have been succeeding quite a lot. Same with Lux. Into the champion matchups, the only one we've seen before is Thresh versus Morg, and Thresh has done a lot better historically. And on the past performance, Dominic is first timing the Sion. The other Dominic is Actually, not first time in the Thresh. I think I did remember that we'd seen it before. Not this season, obviously. And he is 0-3 on it. But Eden's first time in Morgana. Kathy is actually 0-4 on Lux. Will has played so many games of this champion. That's a whole 40. But hasn't actually performed super well on it overall. But we know that he can bob up and perform on it individually. Kai's played Kate mid one other time. Did not go well at all. Taxi has not had his strongest performances on the Vigar. So it looks like no one's really playing a champion they perform well, except for Julian, who's 5-1 on the Gragas, and Mason, who's 15-5 on the Wukong. So I think we are definitely going to look to those two players to see if they can get stuff done here. I think Sion's a really effective neutralizing pick, which should stop the game from getting out of control from topside. But if they're able to just keep executing dives, we'll have to see if Bowser's Law really takes place here. It's not being removed yet, but I think it is being removed for next season. But anyway, season records here. Wukong's been doing well. Sion's been doing well. Nunu's been doing a little poorly. Everything else is just kind of even. Yeah, we're down to just like 45 seconds until we get into game. Shouldn't be too much of a wait from now. Right, and we are loading into game. Real quick, let me just make sure that I can grab it. Fruitcakes is walking in, grouped up. I think they're going to collide with 101 Thieves here. I'd already zoomed out. Looks like they're just going to recall. It's more of like a counter invade than them looking to be active by themselves, but getting cancelled again. We do have the Music Fan Gragas skin, KDA Gragas, as it's affectionately known as by the fan base. I'm simply out here praying that this does not go to 3 games. Actually, I do want it to go to 3 games for content, but my voice doesn't want it to go to 3 games. Looks like Julian's back is just completely off here, so he's going to go top, and everyone else is just kind of getting back to their own lanes. Just standard 5-point coming out from 101 Thieves here, not looking to force anything crazy. We are going to start off with player trivia. Oh, that's a leak. Leaked. Slow start to the game, nothing too interesting coming out here. I think the mid lane is probably going to be the spot to watch. I think a huge lead could potentially come out if things go a certain way, likely for Vigar, but it's probably just likely that nothing crazy is going to happen. I will be able to lock in and properly cast this in a bit. Dominic actually has a huge farm advantage on the top side. I don't know if Gragas normally struggles into Scion in the first 3 levels, or if Dominic's just more experienced with this matchup than Julian is. Julian is expertly canceling this Q-charge there, and that is first blood going over to Kathy. Really good Morgana route coming down onto the Thresh. Flipping the scales on that matchup historically. So good plays coming out from Fruitkicks there. And Julian playing super aggressively. Mason is on the top side, but not really looking to path top immediately. And now Nunu is here, is just going to get double rooted up along with Will by the Lux, but they're able to get the root down onto Kathy, and that's almost a kill for Will, but it is just going to tick down and go over to Psycho Carrot. But now Mason has reached the top side, and Dominic is likely just going to die. Probably going to look for the trade back onto Julian, but I think it's going to be really hard for him to gap close there, and he's just going to pick up as many minions as possible. Bowser's Law may have to be doing some heavy lifting this game. Mid lane has just been pretty equal. Both champions about equal CS. Vigar just getting to stack kind of uncontested is going to be beneficial for him in the long run. Just intense trading coming out on the top side. This is a phase rush Scion, so it's possible he's just going to be going AD, but did buy some magic resist early, so not sure what the reasoning is there. And I don't think AD Scion's that good anymore. I'll have to see. He does have a huge farm advantage. I'm not sure if that is going to amount to much for him, if he's going to continue dying, as many Scions do. Dominic just getting caught out here by another Morgana route. Eden doing a very good job with those. Kai actually getting a lot of poke down, but Nunu's looking for a play in the mid lane. And the cage is there, forces the flash out of Kai. Psycho Carrot trying to turn it, but not able to find it. And they're now just pathing down towards the dragon. I'm not sure if they know Mason's there. It's actually on a ward, so they definitely know. I think they're going to try and snowball in and steal it, or they're just going to leave it uncontested. Giving over a dragon. Grubs haven't been taken by either team yet, though, so I don't think it's a terrible concern in terms of like overall objective. They know that they're behind in the bot lane, so they're just not going to force anything. Some interactive laning in the top lane. Laners having a bit of fun with it. Just recalling and emoting at each other. They know this is a non-interactive lane. Vigar rotating up, and it looks like first grubs are actually going over to Psycho Carrot. This is a 3v2 advantage on the top side, actually. Both bot laners off map. And now Taxi's just walking up to just force them off, and I think this is going to be 3 grubs just going over to 101 Thieves. Mason's looking for something, and now there's a fight over the Scuttle Crab. Kaya is caught up into the cage. But I think Psycho Carrot's just going to be able to walk out here. He actually just goes for the Scuttle Crab. He does not care. Root coming down onto Mason, but ultimate should be available, and I think it's probably just going to be able to kill Psycho Carrot. He has to flash out, gets the shield off, and yeah, he's just going to die. He was way too greedy there. The Nunu is not going to be able to 1v1 the Wukong and did not kite down towards his teammate. Neither top laner really under a lot of pressure here. Pretty beefy boys, and now Mason is just going to get the counter jungle and just take away everything from Psycho Carrot. Except he's just going to look for a kill top instead. Doesn't need to take more camps if he can just get a Scion. Is not going to need to burn much to get this off. If Dominic flashes, he might just be able to get out, but looks like he's just going to be able to walk away. If he gets a shield, does burn the flash now. And he's just going to live. There is a fight going down bot lane. Eden actually able to find one. Will is trading one the other way back. But that is a double kill for the Fruitcake's bot lane. Really good stuff from them coming out there. And a counter red steal was coming out, and it now looks like Nunu's just going to try and take away the other Raptor camp, but is going to see Kai on map. Now Mason's here just looking to pick up his wraps, but Psycho Carrot still has the farm lead on him. And wow, yeah, Dominic just gets completely one-shot there. No bindings left to stop the Nunu though, so there might be a play for the Kaisa here. If they're able to pick up a double, that's one going over to Will, and the Nunu almost gets a lot of damage, forces the flash out of Eden. And that's just one kill going over to the Kaisa. Gold is still kind of close in this game. A lot of the deaths that have been going down for 101 Thieves haven't been super impactful. Mason is in the area here though, and Cask is going to knock Sion into the tower, but he just counter ults to get out, but I think he's just going to die. And Mason's here to maybe look up to pick the kill, but he's on vision, and Julian just flashes, make sure that the Sion isn't getting out. And now Mason just ulting onto Psycho Carrot again. Vygar Cage coming down isn't going to find Mason immediately. And Taxi tries to block the Kaelin ult, and it just doesn't work. I don't know where the miscommunication was there. No Cage available for Taxi, I don't think. And Kaelin able to just flash away from this. They're looking to maybe get a kill onto the Vygar here. I think that would help 100 with Thieves out a lot, but it just hasn't happened yet. And now one kill is going to go down, but that's a 1 for 2. Not what you want to see for 101 Thieves, and Kathy's just able to take so many plates on the bot side of the map. Dominic roaming up here, but it's just going to get zoned off by all these abilities, and that's a root coming out, and that might just be another one-shot. And he's able to live, but then the auto takes him out. Will's here trying to find something. Nunu is going to show up a bit late, but it's on vision, so I think the bot laners are just going to be able to escape that. Psycho Carrot trying to kite out here is just taking a lot of damage. Looking to find a snowball, but just goes way too far. Actually might be able to find Kai with the ults. Barely is not able to do it. Mason shows up and just picks up yet another kill on him. Clearly not a fan of the Psycho Carrot owns him narrative, for sure. But it is really funny. And Will able to just pick up a kill there. And that's a stun coming down to Morgana. And one more auto's going to do it. Thresh able to find that shutdown. Probably not who you wanted on, but good to find the kill regardless. If they're able to body block. And yeah, Thresh actually body blocking the Kaelin ult. And they should just be able to walk 2 out here. If Will can find damage onto these members, it could be huge. But Dominic falling down low is probably just going to die to tower here. Just going to look to farm some wave. And now Gragas is going to have a huge gold advantage. He's actually been able to catch up in CS mostly. So any advantage that Sion had is now just completely gone to the wind. Grubs might be taken here, but gold lead is still within 3,000, so I don't think this game spiraled out of control by any means. And Will is a little fed. Vygar actually just building like a tanky Vygar setup, which is a bit interesting. This is just a Winter's Approach coming out. Winter soon to follow. I don't necessarily know the strategy there. Maybe it's like go Rylai's, and then you're able to shield a lot. But Psycho Carrot's able to secure most of the grubs this game. And no, Mason's actually able to deny the 6, but I think it matters too much. Sion ult is missing here. Cage, not used yet, I don't think, but Psycho Carrot's just going to get killed here. This is an 8-death topside for 101 Thieves. Not really where we thought the weak part of their game was going to be, but definitely the strong spot for Fruitcakes, as expected. They're 8-1, so just perfectly match 101 Thieves. Dominic should just be fine here for a while, but he does not win this fight in the long term, by any means. Gragas is just playing component shopping, and it is a very effective build for him. Lots of CDR. Dominic just trying to get any minions he can, but he's probably just going to die here unless he flashes. Dodges the cast, though, so he could actually just be fine. Pops a phase rush, walks back to the tower, keeps farming, and stops the back. You know, impressive gameplay considering the scoreline, I will say. Nunu's now wrapping around, and Scion Shield is just going to eat Caitlyn ult entirely. Julian is going to be able to dodge away from this. I don't know how much follow-up there is. Lux was able to get a kill on the bot side. But we've seen that before. Nunu able to pick up one, but oh, Dominic walks right back into the Caitlyn queue, and I think it's a 1-for-1, and they're able to find a kill on the bot side. So this is an advantageous play for Fruitcakes here. And now Dominic just gets caught, and Eden's able to pick up a kill onto Will. Taxi getting some damage down. Not able to find a one-shot there. Might have if he was going a more damage-focused build, but I still have belief. I think this will turn out into something good. Kathy popping the ulti, almost dies to tower, but not able to find the kill either.
Red team's turret has been destroyed.
And Taxi might just be able to live here, but no, falls down a bit. The tank build is not helping out enough. Psycho Carrot looking to find this. I don't think he's going to find a knock, but the root might come through. Does have the ultimate, which he's going to burn, and bam, that's a shutdown going over to Psycho Carrot. Might be able to find something, but Kathy's here is actually taking a lot of damage from towers, forced to flash. And Hook actually coming out here. Psycho Carrot might be able to find something, but I don't think so. Bomba coming out. Julian, really good Gragas out there. It's actually saving Psycho Carrot's life, but secures that kill onto the Thresh, who did gold read it set at some point, so he's worth something. And Eden does get stunned up here. I think that's likely just going to be a kill. Not able to find it, though. Will does have the ultimate available, but knows better than to just ult directly into the Lux. And that ult actually not hitting either member and didn't kill the wave, which is not really what you want to see. They're able to find that mid turret. And despite the kill counter up there, this game is not horribly far apart. I think it's still less than a 3,000 gold lead. And Taxi's scaling up okay. Still hasn't hit the Fimbulwinter spike that you're looking for, but doing pretty well. Doesn't look like he's building towards Rylai's next item, so maybe I just don't understand the build. We'll have to see.
Hello, Dean. How's it going?
You know? Okay. Here,
That's good.
I will share the game screen with you. I think that's more useful. But game's pretty close, within 2K. Kills are not close. We've got the Inting Scion strategy deployed, doing pretty well. He's up in CS, and he might actually be able to find a kill on the Julian here. Rift Herald coming down from Fruitcake, looking to find something, and Dominic is just going to die again. They've had his number L game, and that's an execute going down onto Cappy, so nothing really lost there for Fruitcakes.
From what I've been seeing of this game, that kind of sums up the game.
Yep. Oh, Bomba coming out. Might be able to find something, and he just starts hitting tower. He doesn't care. He knows he's not getting the kill. Doesn't go for the Demolish proc because he knows it's reduced. He almost makes it back to Julian, but just gets a minion.
Does Inting Scion strat work if you're building tank?
I think so, yeah.
Kinda can't clear the wave very well.
You have more health. I mean, I don't know if the intention was to. He just happens to be 0-6, so it's funny to call it that.
I've seen some Julian Gragas R classics already.
Yeah, he's been having a game. Is 5-1-2.
Well, I also saw the one that missed everything. That one was pretty funny.
Yes. They definitely talked about that one a little bit in chat, which you know, you can appreciate if it's friendly. Next dragon is coming down in 15 seconds. Thresh actually able to find a hook there right into the cage. They weren't able to hit him into the wall. That Lux ult hits both bot laners for 101 Thieves. Caitlyn ult channel didn't go through, so it's going to be back up in a couple seconds. Tax is just looking for anything, but he's not able to find the damage he really wants in this fight. And they've root him up, and I think he's probably just going to die if they have everything. But one auto was needed, and they found it. They're able to find one kill with the Nunu, but Will and Psycho Carrot are likely both going to die here. I don't see a world in which they're going to kill. I really don't think you need to flash Guy, but that's okay. Kill secured, double kill.
Secure the kill.
Yeah. And now this game has spiraled a bit out of control. This is going to be Soul Point, and now it's a 5,000 gold lead instead of the 2,000 that it was before. And this could be a very easy Baron rotate after this. I don't know. 100 Thieves definitely trying their best.
Yeah, Guy's determined to make this lethality Caitlyn mid work, I guess. It's definitely working better this game than the last one.
Yeah, for sure. I don't know if Vygar was the pick into it, but we're trying something for sure. I can't imagine the mental for 101 Thieves is too good right now, given the prelude to this game.
Hopefully they can take solace in the fact that both drafts are a little unconventional for what we usually see from Scrim Zone, and they can find a different draft that...
I don't know, I feel like the 101 Thieves draft is pretty standard.
We don't see very many Nunus though.
Yeah, but I mean, it's like, you see a pro play it, so then you pick it. That's normal.
I guess so, yeah.
That was my logic, at least. And they did ban away Psycho Carrots and Mumu, and I don't know what else he has in his bag there. Both skill shots from 101 Thieves bot lane, just going completely wide there. But not much lost here, but now Mason's looking for a kill topside. Taxi's probably just going to look to stall with the tank build. Does have to flash anyway. Psycho Carrot's here, but doesn't have his W. We just used it point blank into the red buff. It's probably not what you want to see. The ult is coming out there, but he gets immediately interrupted. Taxi does so much damage. that was ridiculous.
Mason would say he was limit testing.
Yep. Will just ulted into 4 people, and that is another death for Dominic. I feel like as 101 Thieves, you just got to be happy that Will didn't die there, but might die here.
Yeah, if Will dies there, Fruitcakes can probably force Baron even though Mason is dead.
Yep. It is hard into a Nunu though. He has a very big smite.
Yeah, that's for sure. I don't know what else you're really doing right now. Like, I feel like Lux loses on side to Kaisa. At least you have TP, I guess. But Caitlyn also like kind of can't lane because you just die if Veigar and Nunu are there. So you're kind of forced to just wait until there's a Baron opportunity, and then you can start pushing out waves a lot better.
Yeah, I feel like the strategy for Fruitcakes is just pick people off. I don't think they have much of a team comp besides that. Caitlyn has decent siege just because of her range, but that's kind of all you have going for you. They're looking to find a pick onto the Scion here, though. They're committing the Wukong towards the top lane. I can't imagine he's worth any gold. It's not sure if that's really what you want to be looking for. There could be some stuff happening here towards the top side of the map. Will's just firing Void Seekers into the fog, trying to make up for lack of vision so far, but they're able to see Mason. Probably just going to walk out here. Kathy does have to flash. Taxi getting so much damage here. Kathy gets knocked up. W is going to miss, but Psycho Care just... That's another kill for him. He's 5-5 this game.
Yeah.
And out farming Mason. But Baron's coming down now.
Veigar gank that I was talking about.
And Nunu should be able to make it to here in time. Teleport is coming down from Veigar. And now Sion's ulting on the other side of the fight. Only going to find Julian, but gets a double knock up there. And the Nunu's going to join the fight, but they're super split. Mason is solo ulting the Sion, which I think means that their Baron is completely done, but that is just a 1-for-1 across the map. It looks like actually 101 Thieves just looking to grab the Baron for themselves, and they're going to find it. Tax is going to die for it, but that gold-wise is super advantageous towards you. Julian making really good use of the Morgana spell shield there, and Psychic Carrot clearly does not know what Thresh does, despite being a support player. Did not take the Lantern.
My goat needs no Lantern.
Yeah, and he's going to die for it and lose his flash. Oh, wait! Wait, he gets a kill for it! Maybe this is just like 1,000 IQ bait. Eden's falling down super low, but I mean, now you're getting Baron and 2 kills for 3 kills, which does work out. I think that math is something we can accept.
You do
but
lose mid turret though, which isn't amazing.
Yeah. Soul's up in 20 seconds. Yeah. Dominic doing his best to defend this turret, but I fear he just dies. And doesn't save the turret. Did manage to live there. I don't think they're going to be able to find the steal here on the Chem Dragon. But honestly, at this point, maybe you just hope to steal Elder when it's up?
Sion ult is about to be up. There could be a potential play here.
Yeah, you
it's
just
really
don't
hard
have
though.
the Nunu. I think you can try and clean up afterwards, but you're definitely not getting Dragon. Will was able to hit it, but I don't think you're getting much out of it. Nunu just went topside there. Not going for anything there.
They did cut into the gold lead significantly though, so there's yet hope.
Yeah, I mean, this game is like definitely still winnable. Chem Soul is the worst soul you can get by far, so 101 Thieves, I don't know, said their prayers this morning, I guess. Or maybe it's just like luck. Cosmic luck has decided to even itself out for them, but who knows. Will is in big trouble here. Mason actually flashing. Oh, and that hook barely misses, but a Lantern should still be available for the shield. Barrier just now coming out, and they're not going to be able to find the kill into Mason, but he had to expend so much for it. Psycho Carrot is just going to fall down solo there, and Dominic not able to do much to help him, and that is a 3-for-0 across the map for Fruitcakes, so maybe take back everything we were saying.
Yeah, now they can start looking for mid turret, mid inhib, maybe rotate to top afterwards, and it gets really, really hard for 101 Thieves.
Yep. Yeah, and Taxi trying to find stuff there, just wasn't able to hit any abilities. They do a lot when they hit, but it's not had much luck in that department. Dominic's now here. I don't think they really have an easy way to kill him, especially not quickly. Dominic able to find a hook though, goes in. I'm not sure you're going to be able to do that into a Wukong, but actually Taxi just able to find a one-shot through the Black Shield. And now Will's showing up, has the potential to get in. Nunu Snowball coming in. I'm not sure if he has the range, but that's a knockup. And Kai has to flash to avoid that. Advantage of being up so far is you get to have your summoner spell so you can use them when you're almost caught like that. Dominic is just going to burn down from red buff from Kai.
I feel like at a certain point your comp just can't kill Sion though. So maybe 101 Thieves is playing for that and they just let Sion tank all 5 and hit pot shots with Veigar and Kai'Sa?
Yeah, it seems like they've just identified that they don't have a lot of like tank shred in their build. We have the Leandries coming out from Julian, and there's an early mortal for... I guess we also have Leandries and Vork, but we have early mortal for Kai. But, I mean, we have a tank build on 4 champions for 101 Thieves, so I think they're going to have just damage trouble at some point. The Chem Soul on 101 Thieves would have probably been game-winning.
Definitely, yeah. Damage reduction is pretty valuable when you're a tank. Although, I don't know, I guess the whole game is just going to come down to an Elder flip. Is what it's looking like. Can't kill 101 Thieves. 101 Thieves is too behind to kill fruitcakes.
Yeah, I think they just need to make sure that they all stay alive for that next fight in 3 minutes. Baron could also be an angle though, and I think that could be super game-changing. Dominic is just not going to die here though. The phase rush gives him a lot of survivability. And Taxi just... Oh, he flashes into the Mort Q. That could be huge here actually. His flash is now down for both big objectives, but Psycho Carrot's looking to turn here, and Will is in the area, has so much damage. And the ult is going to come out. It's not even going to kill the Wukong clone. Will does have his ult and is going to use it to get onto Eden. And now Dominic is getting engaged on, and the other Dominic has arrived. Huge Nunu flank getting a lot done there, and yeah, Psycho Carrot takes no damage from Kathy's ultimate. They're able to pick up 1,000 gold onto the Scion. They're able to kill the Wukong as well, and Julian goes in, gets a double knockup, but Psycho Carrot just hit the blast cone and knocked himself in the wrong direction. But Dominic is just unkillable here. Kathy's still alive somehow. And Nunu's finally showed up, gets the knockup onto Julian, and now they're able to find the root onto Kathy, and they're going to be able to pick it up for the for Dominic on the Scion, and Julian able to find the kill onto Psycho Carrot. This is a crazy fight, and I think neither of these tanks are going to be able to kill each other. And now they successfully stalled out. Neither team's going to be able to get Baron here, and I think the Elder fight's just going to be the next one. And I think with Nunu, you're going to be able to get it. Inhib is down though, and this is a lot of damage being dealt to these towers. I think that's probably going to be the angle Fruitcake's going to have to pursue. They do have TP for Caitlyn and Lux, and I think they're going to be able to deal enough damage to the base if these waves aren't shoved out properly. But looks like they're just pathing directly to Baron. They're thinking maybe if they get Baron, they can just siege through mid, and they don't need to worry about Elder Dragon, but they need the Elder to be able to kill anyone on 100.
Yeah, they do. I mean, maybe the idea with Baron is you pick up Baron and then you just ignore them and push waves.
Red team's turret has been destroyed.
But I don't know. They didn't catch the ward there.
Yeah,
The back of Baron.
I don't think there's enough damage on 101 Thieves to be able to kill Elder faster than their base can be taken. But if Psycho Carrot's able to steal this, I don't think he's going to be able to get there in time, but they might just be able to pick up the fight. Julian's now getting out of the back of it. They just blast gun Scion into the pit, and he's actually just going to die really quickly. I'm not sure that's possible, and now Will is
fought
dead.
By the Lux Q and just
Except
dies.
Scion, dead Scion just takes Baron, and now, wait, Taxi just kills Mason. What's happening?
A lot of split calls here by 101 Thieves. Looks like they went in like 3 different directions, and
I mean, you could say the same about
Baron and their
Fruitcakes. They just like forgot to.
I meant Fruitcakes.
Yeah. I mean, and now Psycho Carrot just gets obliterated. What's happening?
Psycho Carrot can't die there. It just gives them so much more agency around the Elder.
I mean, Elder's gone.
Yeah.
But Baron's not available, and I think you might just be able to hunker down and deal with the Elder. But this is a crazy TP flank. He's just dead. There's no way he can get anything done here. I think he feels like they lose the game if they don't get it. But dropping a lot of damage onto Julian, I mean, there's a couple people here, but I don't think you're being able to steal this. And now Elder's here, so now you're just dead. I don't know, I feel like the game may have been in control, but without Vygar, they've lost a lot of their stopping power.
Yeah, a lot of their wave clear as well.
Yeah.
They do still have a static shiv Kaisa, so
yeah, I mean, all the waves are pushed. And the other team doesn't have Baron.
They have Elder on 3, right? Gragas, Caitlyn, Lux?
Wukong doesn't have it. Well, how does Wukong not have it?
He was dead.
Oh, I didn't even realize. Okay. Gragas is there. Caitlyn has it. Lux has it. Morgana has it. So it's on 4.
Okay, it's on 4.
But they all took a reset. So you've now lost a third of your Elder to do nothing. I mean, you got the kill on the Vigar. Sorry, I forgot to do direct cam there. Will's forced to flash. It is going to just be body blocked by Sion, so nothing happens there. And now Kai's forced to flash from the Nunu.
I don't know if he had to flash there. That was a pretty
I'll say
aggressive
forced generously. And they're looking for a lot of damage onto Mason, not able to find anything too significant, but now the respawns are all here, and they have Baron waves to counter any push into their base. Mace just getting chunked by minions.
I feel like they just need to go top here. I don't think you can play for the end, just go for another inhib.
Maybe. And now Psycho Carrot going in to initiate the fight, but Vigar Cage is there. They're able to find almost 2. Will going in, able to find 2. Might be able to find a 3rd. Elder's not on Wukong, which is major here. And Julian actually is probably going to be the... Well, Hundred Thieves just win the fight. If they can kill Julian, which they do, that's plus 600 over to the Scion. And Kathy now just gets stunned up on the wall, and she's just going to die. And Taxi is not going to die to Elder because everyone's dead.
I don't know if they can end the game here, but
Oh, almost definitely
Thieves
not.
just lost all of their lead.
It's still that 2,000 that they've had all game, but
No, they're gonna lose their mid tier 2 here, and I think it's gonna basically even it out.
yeah, and they're not going to be in such a strong position for the next 2 objectives, which is going to be major. But Morgana's now spawned. If Taxi just overstays and gets caught here, that's really bad for them. I think if Scion autos, yeah, he just does half the tower itself. Okay. Was pretty sure. I was just glad to get to see it.
Just like that, back to a 1,000 gold lead.
Oh my god. This is going to be like a tilter. If you lose to this roster from 100 Thieves after having to like deal with the last minute panic, I don't know. I feel like it's it'll hurt the head a little bit.
At the very least, we have a series.
Yeah, I mean, this is a banger game.
Maybe third Baron's the charm and we don't throw it away this time?
Maybe. Anything can happen. Has 100 Thieves gotten both Barons?
Yep.
Awesome.
This is took
great.
over Baron when Fruitcakes chased Sion into top lane, and then they took Baron when Sion died and just wailed on it when everyone else chased the Vagar, I believe.
Okay, and Mason is on top of Psycho Carrot, but Kai just getting Grudotted up, doesn't have Flash. Now Taxi getting a lot of damage down onto Mason, but just no one dies. No one dies. Everyone's so tanky. I actually think both of these current going on fights are losing for 101 Thieves, but Engage actually just came out here on top side. I think Thresh could be in trouble, and Julian appears to be the only one that can really reliably kill Sion by himself in a 1v1, but they're just going to walk back and just neutralize the situation. If resets come back for 101 Thieves and Sion doesn't die bot lane, I think they're actually in good position to contest Nash. I think they just need to 5v5. But that root isn't going to hit anybody, and now Nunu's here. Able to actually find the knock-up onto Mason after it, and so much damage coming down to Eden's just going to die as soon as they come out of the stasis, and Will's able to find 1 kill. Psycho Carrot dies on the backside of it, but Will dodging the Lux R, and now Vigar's able to find a kill, and Sion is here. He's going to hit Mason, and he should just be able to find a kill there. Julian not able to get anything done, and now Kathy barely living, and the flash does come out with Dominic to secure it, and I don't think you're going to be able to catch up to Mason. And Julian is just in their base.
Giving your turret here.
Yeah, I mean, the 2 damage carries did just base. Nash is up in 16.
It's like tank Gragas, so he doesn't 2-shot towers, but still,
Yeah,
he
no
moves a
Lich
Nexus
Bane.
turret.
I mean, they're just chasing Mason. Mason's getting so much value here for just stalling him out, but if you can get the jungler dead for Nash, that's actually huge. And I don't think Wukong is killing either of these people. I mean, maybe.
He shouldn't be able to. Maybe if Gragas TP'd earlier?
No, this is a TP coming out from 101. Mason's getting slowed down.
It was his, I think it only hit his clone.
And the ult is just going to finish him off, and this should just be Nash.
What is going on, man?
This is crazy, dude. It's like the most split Nash call ever, with all 5 people
On one
there.
hand, I understand Julian not TPing to the top fight because he can push for free. But on the other hand, I feel like
Dominic doing
you just
so
lose
well
so
here.
much.
He pushed out mid lane. If mid wave goes in, they could just be screwed because of double TPs available, triple TPs available, actually. They just need to make sure they don't get backdoored. But this Elder should just be completely free. I don't know how they are able to get it. Julian's top lane. But this is double open inhibitors, one down inhibitor. They're just going to need to burst this. Mason's dead. This is just free Elder. Scion, huge flank here, not able to find it, but they still don't know he's there. And now they have Elder. Kathy's about to die, is actually able to get out. Their base is completely safe. There's nothing there to TP to. And he's just going to ult through it, and Kathy's dead. And so Thieves going to win this game?
They might. They actually might.
This is insane.
2 down for fruitcakes. 5 Elder Dragons.
Sci's going to one-shot the tower. Watch this.
For... Yeah, I mean...
And Will's going to do so much with Elder plus his W's. Mason's looking for a backdoor, but he just has a base. And Dominic should be able to kill this. Doesn't have ult to get out, but I don't think it matters. He's just going to slow down the Scion.
I think we're going to have another round of Barons and Elder. I don't think they can end here yet.
I don't know if I can do this.
Three exposed inhibs for 101 Thieves.
There's only 5 towers left on the map.
Yeah. 101 Thieves has opened up a 5,000 gold lead, by the way.
And they're just going to get more, because they're still standing gold on the map.
I feel like Mason just needs to make like a deep run, put down wards, and then they like triple TP, but you still need to push out a wave for that to even be possible. There's a wave still guarding that Nexus.
Yeah, I mean...
Not a wave, a turret.
They can maybe look to punish with the Elder, but they need to hit someone.
How close is Elder to running out? It should be a couple seconds, right?
Nah, they still have a quarter of it left. If they look to force a fight now with Elder, they're in a really good position. And Lux ulti is just not able to clear waves right now. Eden's caught up in a cage. Not going to get taken down, though.
Nice dodges on the Veigar abilities there to stay alive.
Still an 1/8 of Elder remaining. Scion's here. If they force the fight after the Elder runs out, it's going to be so interesting. And Noon and Scion are split. Their 2 big tanks are not present. And it's such a split fight. Scion could just look to back to, but that's so much damage onto Eden, and Eden gets picked off. They're looking for the tower next. But now Mason getting onto the back line, able to find a triple knockup, but Taxi just completely unaffected. Will is definitely in a safe position, and now Sion's just able to ult into the fight, and now Kathy's taken down. Mason's still huge on the back of the fight. Barrier burn down from Will, still has the flash out if he needs it, and a huge shield coming down from the Sterix on the Wukong, but Will's just able to pick up the kill, and Kai's in such a bad spot right now, and he's gonna die. This is an ace, 5-0, ace for 101 Thieves at 40 minutes.
There's no way.
They win the game. There's no fucking way.
Well, I think 101 Thieves will have good mental going into game 2.
And he just one-shots the tower. He just did 80% of the tower's HP. What did I just witness? This is Scrims Zone playoffs. Let's go.
I have no words.
I'm at a loss. That's insane. Next draft is at 625. Fruitcake's once again selecting blue side.
What a game.
Yeah, I'm shocked. I don't even know what you draft differently like that.
I think just put Kathy on an ADC and put Kai on a mage or an assassin.
I mean, but they had like ADC and mage combo. I mean, maybe different ones.
Yeah, but it's Caitlyn. Like,
I mean, yeah, okay, yeah. Just don't think like, Caitlyn might be the answer.
He gets a he got a really good lead this game. You can't kill their tanks.
Yeah, I don't know.
And it's not like they stacked that much armor either. It was mostly MR. I mean, there's the Randuins at the end there, but I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I think the Caitlyn lethality build just might not be the move. I don't know. I mean, I think mental is going to be a huge factor here. Like you have got to be hyped when you pull that game out of your ass and win it. I mean, like you actually just like there's no damage across the board from 100 Thieves. Like they actually just dealt nothing. It didn't matter. They have a Nunu. I don't know. This is crazy.
Yeah, I don't know. This next draft is make or break for Fruitcake season, I think.
Yeah. I mean, 100 Thieves just has to get something done. Like they just need to just have something where they don't lose. Is if you're able to kind of ride out to game 3, then you get side select. You might be able to grab blue if that's the issue, or like if that's priority here. I don't know. I I don't know. I'm just kind of shook. I wasn't expecting the game to go that way at all. I don't know what you're thinking. The adaptations are going to be here.
I don't know. I think you just need to clean up the Barons.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's like the issue though. If you've played an entire season together and you still are struggling with macro calls, it's tough.
Yeah, I don't know. It's tough. It's really tough.
Yeah. Looks like the roster tool was not updated, which is not surprising, but let me assume that means no subs. I didn't see any discussion of that, so we'll see. But I assume same rosters are being run. Draft is going to be happening now-ish, so I'm just going to go over and look. Yeah, okay, so we're already in.
Stanley with an absolute banger in chat, though. I guess the approximately 30 hours of arguing in general, I assume he means chat, was to build synergy.
Yeah, this is true.
Definitely looks like it.
Yeah, that is actually not new. Hasn't happened yet. Oh here, I'll make sure you can actually see it.
Are you sure they didn't switch sides?
Okay. I mean, Kathy sent links indicating that they hadn't, and roster tool wasn't updated, so I guess they did switch sides. I don't fucking know, man.
Classic.
Okay, let me fix this. Sides are wrong. Looks like very different bands coming out. First pick is Kaisa, for 101 Thieves. Vigar and Syndra were banned over Leona and Amumu, so we might just see the Amumu come out. I mean, Gragas is just not contested. I don't think that was ever a worry, and it didn't do too much last game, so I don't think they're super worried about it. I'd expect to see the Scion just slammed into it again, because they didn't really punish that the way that they needed to. I think if he goes a more damage-oriented build, maybe you can find more success there, but I don't know.
I'm really not sure.
I think it's just like the last game went so differently than we thought it was going to. It's hard to know what's actually good or not. But Kai is picking Oriana here.
That could be Kathy Oriana.
Interesting. I feel like
I think she prefers that more than Kai does.
interesting.
Might just be looking to have Kai play ADC in the bot lane, or they might be doing Ori APC, or it could just be Kai Ori.
I'm not a huge fan of Ori APC. I think there's a lot better APCs in the bot lane, but Psychic Hair just grabbing that Amumu, it's comfort. They honestly
Only
might have
reason
just
that I
thought
bring it up
they knew
is
it was
because
worse.
Kathy asked me about it earlier today.
Interesting. I mean, I think Ori plus Mason is like a good combo considering his shield
For
pool,
sure.
but I don't know. We'll have to see. And then just actually pick a champion this time. Okay, Thresh is just locked in again. They don't want the Morgana, which, you know, that works.
So just the Morgana answer again.
Yeah, I mean, I don't love that.
Yeah, I just don't really like Morgana as a support right now.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if there's like a role where she's like better, like jungle, but even still, I'm not like a huge fan. But
That's fair enough, yeah. I really don't know.
yeah, and I don't think the hooks were really the problem that game, and the spell shielding wasn't super effective either. I don't know. I just wonder what's being done. Galen is banned away again. I think they also think this might be Orianna APC. Asol's banned away from Taxi. I mean, I think out of these 4 champions, I think he might play any of them, but I don't think they're the worst thing in the world to deal with. Honestly, like Sion Yone rounding out 101 Thieves comp would be really good. Misfortune is banned away. That's another ADC that Kathy likes to play. It's also one
It's crazy that there's just 0 Yone Prio in this series.
yeah. I mean, I don't know if Taxi plays it much, and I definitely don't think anyone in Fruitcakes is going to pick that. But
yeah, I guess not.
Ari picked, so now we're like
Are we
full
just
AP.
Drafting full AP?
I mean, maybe Mason will just pick like a full AD jungler or something.
I guess he's gonna go Yi? I don't know.
That would be really funny.
Like, surely you draft stuff that helps Yi more than this.
Yeah, I mean, I think you just slammed 2 tanks here, actually. I mean,
yeah,
like,
you just let Kaisa do all the damage.
can we just see like Sion and then like
literally cannot
Maokai
kill
mid?
you.
Like,
Cho'Gath
Galio?
mid?
Galio.
Galio, yeah.
Yeah,
Galio
Galio's
would
for
be
sure
really
the
good
answer.
here. Kassadin even?
Oh, that's a heater.
I don't know. I feel like
Galio or
this is just
Kassadin here would be
really
insane.
weird drafting by 100
If you get like
by Fruitcakes.
infinite MR into Fruitcakes, you simply win the game because I don't know how they kill you. I mean, Arya has true damage, I guess, but
So true.
not a significant amount of it. It's like 4 Rift Makers. Does that even still do true damage? I don't think so. Yes, Galio, we did it! Yippee!
Maybe it's attack speed on hit
And it's
Orianna.
Kindred. Okay, there's your AD jungler. Kindred is not killing any of these champions.
Yeah, like
Red Kayn? Maybe. Oh my god. We've lost in draft. We've lost in draft.
Why?
This is the worst draft I've ever seen.
This is atrocious.
This is awful.
Who?
100 Thieves is like doesn't even need to play the game. They have the exact same comp they have last time. It's like they're just playing the same game. And you've picked something that's like even worse into it. Like you have more damage, but it's not like.
But why are we
drafting? I
don't understand. What is the thought process here?
I don't know. I mean, it feels like there isn't one, but.
So I guess it is Ori APC bot, and then they were like, oh, they're gonna think it's Ori mid, so they won't ban the Caitlyn, and then they banned the Caitlyn anyway, so now you just don't have an AD champ for Kai?
I mean, at this point, just play Yone. I don't care if you're not like comfortable on it. Like you need something.
Yeah, I don't even know.
Oh my goodness. Whatever. I mean, maybe
just move Kathy to Orianna. I don't know.
Just as good of a game. I don't know, man. What's happening? Oh, whatever. You know, I think we're cooking. I think we're seeing a matchup that we already saw, and then a matchup very similar to what we already saw, and then Mason's on Kayn. This champion blows ass cheeks right now. I don't know why this was the R5, but
I mean Red Kayn is like fine, just fine.
Right.
But not as solo AD.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't understand the point of what's being done here. Maybe we have the Baus FFS Grey Kayn top lane and it's like Gragas jungle.
Maybe, I guess.
I mean, I think there's 0% chance that that's happening. I don't think we want to see Mason's Gragas, and I don't think we want to see anyone play Grey Kayn, but
my thought process would be Julian Gragas jungle if that's what was going to happen.
Okay, we really don't want to see Mason's top lane. I don't know. You've created a worse scenario.
I don't know. Maybe they're just like, whatever, let me lose in peace and just pick me whatever.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Psycho Carrot asking the real questions. Can you just type what everyone is playing? LOL. Who is playing Ari, Oriana, Morgana, Kane? Julian says, I want Grokis, the only one they didn't ask about. Psychic Carrot, that's what I didn't need. Oh my god, this is awesome. This is the best. Champ matchups are the only thing that's going to change. And Mumu has a winning matchup into Kane. Kaisa's negative into Oriana. This has happened before? That's got to be mid, right?
Probably?
That's got to be mid lane. I don't
Has
think
to be.
This is
That's
probably
like a
first time
Teddy
Ori
Kaisa
APC
thing or something.
There's no shot we've had an Oriana ADC before. That'd be nuts. Okay, and then Julian said, well, can you ask because I'm feeling left out? And then Psychic says, sorry, who's on Grogis? Except he spelled it Gag. With 2 A's. And then Julian goes,
Gag-ass?
I am. Oh my god. Julian's having a blast right now.
Julian never gets to play. This is fun for him.
Yeah.
He doesn't care what happens.
Oh my god.
That guy is wage slave gapped harder than Mason is.
Honen's played Oriana twice.
In bot?
Yeah, I mean, it's Honen. That's not surprising.
Why?
Well, he played it into Valor's Jin once and won. And then he played it into Evan's Kaisa. Evan went
And also won?
25 and 10 and lost. The lineup that he was playing with was 10 and 7 Camille top, which was Bean, and then 9 and 8 Dad Evelyn jungle, 8 and 10 Dusini mid lane, and then PV was his recon support. The other team had Hidiri, Silico, Stanley, Honen, and Psycho Carrot, and pretty much every single one of them went negative.
Except for Evan.
Honen went even.
That's crazy.
Stanley was 15 and 8 on Victor. But their top side was 3 and 10 Hidiri Kasante and 11 and 12 Talon Jungle with Silico. What the actual fuck am I looking at? I feel like I've entered the fucking netherworld. Like
we're in the Twilight Zone.
Right, we no clipped under the earth. I don't know, what was that movie where they just I guess Journey to the Center of the Earth?
Yeah.
Yeah. And everything's fucked up. Or Inner Earth Scrims. I mean, I don't even think they answered the question. I just don't think
who was playing where?
Told them who was playing. Yeah, I didn't see it.
That's really funny.
I mean, I think it's just as you assume, but what the hell? I mean, maybe Fruitcakes is just tilted off the face of the earth. That's my guess. This is a Mason is tilted draft if I've ever seen one. But I don't know. This is weird.
Agreed. I asked Mason why he let them do this, and he responded with, "We do a little trolling." So.
I see.
It does sound like he's maybe a teeny little bit tilted.
Oh, Stanley, you play Victor with an Oriana APC. That's what happened. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I just kind of want to wait until we get in the game, and I think 100 with Thieves is probably just going to roll. I think they have a lot of momentum from last game, and I don't think the draft adaptation was made in a way that helps Fruitcakes.
I think it's really funny that Morgana is usually picked into Thresh as a counter, and yet Thresh has a 2-0 win.
I think it's because Morgana's a
before
bad
this game.
champion. Yeah, I mean, now it's 3-0.
KDA probably went down a little bit, but still.
I think more than a little bit. It was 1-13.
Oh my god. What is going on?
It's okay, Dominic the GOAT, bro.
Which one?
Both. I mean, I pressed tab at one point, or I didn't even press tab. They were 1-9 and 1-8, or 0-9 and 1-8. I mean, Dominic, the Zion, got a lot done at the end of the game, but
I guess you have to abuse the bounty system while it's still broken because they're fixing it or something.
I mean, I don't even know if he was abusing the bounty system. I think shit just happened.
Yeah, they're both off-rolling, Jonah. They also both just won in the off-roll and drafted back the exact same comp into even more AP damage share. So... I don't know.
Oh yeah, I mean, Jonah, I know they're both off rolling. Like I mean, I think
We're not flaming.
Yeah.
We're just saying
it's crazy that they had good enough macro to win despite their deficit. Is my point.
Taxi shot calling going crazy.
I mean, for real. Psycho Carrot and Taxi are like I was told that you put them on a team together and it's impossible to win, and they just pulled off the fucking greatest heist of all time. We got like fucking Ocean's 101 over here. Like,
That was a good one.
thank you.
Sounds like we're loading in.
Yep. Sorry, I'll swap my screen share real quick.
You're good.
Dude, I am so hyped for this game.
Jonah, I think they do need you. I think 101 Thieves would not exist without you.
I think it means right now.
They might not need you for
game
winning.
3.
You set them up for success, though, brother.
This is true. Oh my god. Da Vinci just crashed. Goodbye, Da Vinci. Good thing I exported it already.
Oh, yeah. Trivia video, question mark?
Scrims S8 Pop Quiz tonight? Real?
Oh, yeah.
Certified?
Certified.
We'll have to see. Unfortunately, it's coming out 3 hours after it was no longer accurate, but I actually don't know if anything changed, but I don't know. I have limited knowledge of video editing / the weird, questionable things that Da Vinci does when you try to move things around. And then it took way longer to put the scores in than I thought.
Sad.
But it's okay. I was gonna try and have it play right before the awards.
That would have been cool.
Skill issue.
So it looks like we're just split vertical jungling.
Yep. Well, not necessarily.
No, I think we are.
Are we? I mean, they're both on their own side.
Oh! They are not on blue side anymore, fruitcakes.
Yep.
Yeah, no, I'm just trolling. They're getting in my head. Maybe they're also getting in 101 Thieves' head.
True, maybe.
Maybe Taxi just starts walking into mid tier 1 thinking it's still his turn.
Maybe. I mean, Taxi has like the most based chroma of all time, by the way. We got the Chicken Galio with the like League of Legends shoulder pads. I don't know. Kind of a eater.
Big Gragas burp. I don't know, so far Kathy is winning in terms of HP, and they're even in CS.
Yeah, I feel like they're not going to have that like one-shot potential they had with the Lux, so I don't think they're going to be winning lane as hard as they were last time. And Dominic actually gets that off before the Gragas stun hits him, and he forces Gragas flash. Did he just like learn the lane after last game?
He's beginning to believe.
I mean, Base is still in the area. Psycho Carrot is out farming him once again. Oh, if only temporarily, but he's a whole camp ahead, and I feel like Gain should probably not be having that happen to him.
First clear, I think it's fine.
Oh, okay. Is it Mumu's really?
Also
that much
started
faster?
Wolves, which is like one of the slower Kane clears.
Kane's now pathing towards top side though. Amumu is just able to secure a crab and is now looking bot.
They have vision in that bush though.
Yeah, I mean, Dominic's just going to walk out. I mean, there's only so much you can do versus a Kane. Bro can just walk into the wall. Yeah, I mean, he's actually going to flash and maybe survive here, but Psycho Carrot is actually able to grab First Blood for Will. I mean, they're able to get a kill top lane, but now they've forced out Flash from Gappy, and First Blood's going over to 101 Thieves. And Sion just has TP.
Kill going over to Kane though is exactly what Fruitcakes want. Maybe not what happened in the bot lane, but your only AD source needs to be ahead for this game to be remotely playable.
This is true. Taxi is getting a lot done here. I mean, something to note, Ahri is like pretty much Galio's worst matchup. Has been for the last like 5 years. So I think that's probably why there was some hesitation into locking this champion in. I don't think it matters in this team comp because Galio is like Exodia, but the fact that Taxi has a lead in lane right now is insanely impressive is my point.
Galio might just actually skip the Riftmaker and just go like 3 MR items before he builds anything else.
Yeah, I mean, I think you still want some damage. Like, you can just go like double microwave though and just build like the MR Bami's item on
Hollow
both.
Radiance, yeah.
Yeah. I think if you have that on Galio and Sion, and you can get into melee range of people, you're putting in numbers. Or doing numbers, putting in work. I'd combine the two of them.
Abyssal Mask on Amumu was like crazy here. I don't think I've ever seen a better Abyssal Mask game.
It's true.
Gonna see like 14 Kainic Rookerns.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. Maybe Kane just gets ahead and then they have to build like normal builds. Who knows?
He's still behind NCS right now, so.
I mean, Psycho Carrot fathers him. I don't know.
I guess so. He's just a better jungler.
It's the better narrative. Like, I don't care if it's true or not. Psycho Carrot's up 2 games on him.
My Unk is washed.
Oh, we've been through this. Project
Yeah.
Laundry, maybe. He wasn't on that team, but Julian was.
Yeah, but he
He's
was
the same
on
team.
He was on season 6 Metabusters.
Facts. Taxi getting a good trade off here, but I mean, Ahri's still just gonna outtrade because it's Ahri Galio. But to see, ultimate is available for Dominic if he needs to get out in any sort of situation. Julian doesn't have his flash, does have cask, but I think Dominic is just gonna have to walk down. Kane is on grubs, but I think Dominic's just gonna die here.
Yeah, Julian has started winning these trades all of a sudden.
Yep. I think he just gets to buy anything, and he gets that. But now, early Dragons going over to 101 Thieves is almost unheard of. And now Grubs are going to be going over to Kane, but...
I didn't see the Grub situation last game. Did Fruitcakes pick up any of the Grubs?
They got one. They stole one to stop the 6-0.
Okay. Maybe you index into Grubs and then, I don't know, split push Bragus?
Who
push
deals
Ahri?
damage to... Okay, he built Sheen. So he's probably going for Lich Bane.
Yeah. Could also be going for Iceborne though.
Oh, I hope not.
Especially with the grass, but please God, do not.
Hey, the junglers are going to be running into each other up here. I don't think Kane's going to be able to steal this camp away. It's just going to reset. That did go down to Kane, I'm pretty sure. But I think Mason's just dead here. Already burned his ultimate, he's just going to get CC'd up, and now Kane's just dead. And Kai has no mana, but did use the ultimate already. Julian is looking for something here, but... Oh! Dom, it's a hook, goes in. I mean, this is just like... It's like a slop fest, I don't know.
Sloppy Walrus.
True. Pregnator Gragas.
Bumba. I don't know, man. It just looks so unplayable. Like you get the. Do you even get the blue buff? Amumu had blue buff on him. I'm pretty sure he got it.
Yeah, maybe Mason smited for him to get it. I didn't see whose CS went up.
I'm not sure, but
Oh my
even
God.
if he got it, is it worth it? You die.
No, it's definitely not. I think that's the one thing we can agree on. Like, that was not at all worth it. I think he just stopped his go. He did get orbs, though.
That's true. Sooner he can get red form, the better. Maybe he goes blue. No, but if you go blue, you're
If you go
trolling.
blue,
They have
you're
4
like
tanks.
actually are taking the game.
You're-
Dominic is
you're
up here! The double dom! And the hook comes out, but the flash is just... Hit him! Auto! The ignite comes through! What's better than 1 Dominic? 2 Dominics, baby! We did it! This is crazy. Though they kept him benched all season because he was too good.
True.
They're like, we don't need this guy to win. I mean, now he's... Other Dominic's now going to die to Mason. Canceled an auto on the tower here. He's gonna flash out. Can he just walk this?
Spaced the Kane well.
Yeah, I mean, he was just trying to dodge that W, but Mason just took so long to use it that it just slowed him down. Gets 1 auto onto the Kane.
Yeah, gets the grass prop, then goes to wave.
He gets 1. Does have Merc Treads immediately. Got the memo. Got the memo for sure. Double Merc Treads actually on Galio and Scion.
I mean, I think if anyone on 101 Thieves that doesn't build Merc Treads who isn't named Will, like, I don't know, that's a competitive integrity.
I mean, I don't know. We have a cloth armor purchase with Thresh, so into a double MR lane.
Yeah, but he's just gonna go. What's the item?
You would hope.
Aegis?
Is that even
Not
still in the
Aegis.
game?
No. What's the shield item? The shield support item?
Oh, Locket?
Locket. Like, he's going Locket. That's why he has the cloth armor. I hope.
Yeah, counter jungling coming out for both jungles here. Mason now actually does have a farm lead, but I mean, I don't know. Kaisa is like up 30 CS basically. There's 1,000 gold lead for 101 Thieves, and they have a much better comp. Gain stop though, gonna look to maybe change that. Nothing available for Dominic, so he's just gonna die. Galio and Ari are fighting down here. Not gonna amount to anything. I didn't think we need to watch the Scion die. That was probably could have imagined that one in your sleep.
3rd kill for Mason. Do want to pick up the grubs here. No TP on your Ori, but the Ari is able to rotate up.
This is a crazy maneuver from Psycho Carrot here. But Galio's here. But no mana on him. Wait, they're gonna lose this fight.
And Mason
Psycho
dodged
Carrot's
the
flash.
Galio ulti with his ulti.
Yeah, I mean, this is a horrible fight for 101 Thieves.
I feel like you just give over the grubs. I don't know why we're forcing so hard.
Yeah. If there was mana on Galio, it goes so much differently, but he literally had nothing.
He also missed the ulti because Kane ulted.
Yeah.
I think well played to Mason.
Because if you miss the ulti and then you can just channel taunt as soon as he comes out, you're fine. But you can't because you can't afford it.
Probably true, but I don't know. I feel like if you're fruitcakes, or not fruitcake, if you're 101 Thieves, you just wait till you get a couple MR items.
That's 12-minute form for Kane. That's pretty good if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, not bad. Especially considering he's 3-1 and 2. I mean, usually if you get an early form, you're dying a lot, but he has 1 death. I mean, he is their sole hope for winning this game, I think.
It's Iceborne Gauntlet, by the way.
I'm so mad.
I mean, I think Dominic should just be able to live here.
He has ulti too.
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna do it. Psycho Carrot's just getting rinsed, though. Has no flash because he used it earlier. And Taxi's probably just gonna be caught here as well. This Thresh hook hits? That could be something, but no, it's just gonna go through and yeah.
I guess Mason took it personally that we said he gets fathered by a carrot.
I mean, he's been
Well,
doing
if he's
that.
hearing this, then he is cheating.
This is true. Maybe Julian just gets stalled under tower long enough to die? Oh my god, he's dead.
I mean, it's still worth it for him.
Yeah, Drags go even
Scion
6
loses the whole
grubs
wave.
over for Fruitcakes. Fruitcakes is a 2k gold lead. They're in a pretty solid position this game. I think not having the grubs was definitely hurting them last game, and now they're in a pretty similar position. They basically just traded a dragon for 5 additional grubs that were taken away from the other team, so.
And it's Chemtech Soul again, so. Little sad for whoever picks up the soul this game, but
Hey, I mean, I still think it's good for the 101 Thieves comp.
yeah, I mean, they're definitely not complaining.
Yeah.
They
I
already
mean,
picked up a
with
Mountain Drake,
Tank
which is,
Gragas
like,
and Red Cane, I
ridiculous.
actually think both teams will be happy with it this time around.
Yeah. Kai's in danger here.
Yep. It's just forced to ult. Let's use both charges right away. And top lane is under threat, but plate's getting picked up. They might be able to get 3 before time's up, and Galio is coming to cover.
How much gold does Kaisa have? I feel like she should have a lot. I know.
She's sitting on 800 right now, so that's a total of 5,000. But this is a 3v2 on either side of the map, but I think it's a lot harder to kill Scion and Psycho Carrot than it is the other side of the fight. But I mean, Scion's just going to go down. He's not tanky enough, but he's just able to keep stacking health. And fight is breaking out on this side. Oh my god, 3-man shockwave from Kathy. She is on her game right now. And a flash coming in from Eden, able to snare up, and they're going to be able to kill on Dominic here, maybe.
Yeah, and they stopped them from taking the turret too. If they're able to pick up a kill, it's really good. But even without picking one up, which they almost picked up 2, which is ridiculous in a 2v3.
Psycho Carrot just looking for this. If he can hit the blast cone, he's maybe fine, maybe not fine.
Kane still has ulti, but he's not going to chase.
Yeah.
They're just going to go for the...
And Will hits that and gets poked down and the wave. But if he gets hit by anything, he just dies.
I unfortunately don't think Fruitcakes is going to step up to look for that.
Yeah. I don't know how much they can even do if they do, but...
Mason didn't even do Herald, by the way. He's just going to farm his bot side, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, I think Herald's like a little fake. But, I mean, if you have 6 scrubs, it's pretty good, but... That might just be another fight that you could flip.
Right now, Fruitcakes is favored in every fight just because of how strong the Kane is.
Yep. And Galio's just caught here. He's likely just going to die, but we get to watch top lane instead. I mean, this is not really interesting. They're just killing the bird. Maybe it's just like 1,000 IQ bait. Like, they picked Galio into like the worst Galio game ever, apparently. I don't know. He just doesn't really get to play the game into Red Kane and Nari. Maybe casted him would have been better. But Will was able to grab turret, except Cion's now dead again, and that shockwave is just going to hit Will, and he can't get to the lantern. That wasn't the shockwave, that was just the view. Now he burns barrier, and now he's just going to get stacked here. But TP's coming out from Galio, and they might be able to find Kane, but no, the taunt duration isn't that long. And now Kai's
he just heals up the full off of the ulti.
Yeah, and they're just going to be able to pick up both.
Kathy doesn't even die.
Yeah.
I mean, it's looking like so similar to last game, though, no?
Yeah. I'm definitely not ready to call it either way. Psycho Garrett able to pick up a kill there. But that's 2 turrets being claimed from Fruitcakes. I mean, we haven't seen a Baron spawn yet, and I think that's where things can really go sideways, but...
True.
Yeah, I mean, no armor has been itemized, and Kane is like 2.5 items. But if you're able to get a shutdown on him, I think things get really wonky real quick. But in isolation, if it's not a 5-on-5, 101 Thieves is bleeding out so much. They're down a lot more than they were last game.
Yeah, I'm going to assume Kane is going to skip the cleaver this game because you don't need it. And maybe he'll go for Sterix just so that he never dies.
Yeah, maybe. First Chem Dragon is up in 40 seconds. I think it won't hurt 101 Thieves to delay the Chem or the Elder an extra Dragon. Could definitely be an angle for them to lose this game.
Yeah, I feel like that's the only way you lose late if you can get enough MR.
Yeah. Thimble Winter is going to be completed for Gragas imminently. Right now, actually. And I mean, Dominic is somehow losing even more at top lane. But a fight is breaking down to the other side of the map. I really don't care about top lane. Psycho Carrot has now engaged onto Eden. Eden's flying down super low, but Will's just getting caught out by Mason on the back of the fight. Mason is looking to get an ult off onto him, but Will's just going to die. Really good damage coming out from Kai there. And now Mason's able to find a double knock him. He should just be able to finish this fight off. Taxi's looking to get a kill onto anyone, but this is just a 4-for-0 on the bottom side.
Double kill apiece for Kai and Mason.
Yeah, and I think the Vigart might have just been better than Galio.
Julian also flashed to block the Scion ulti to stop him from joining the fight.
Maybe. I did not see it. But that would definitely make sense. Yeah, this game feels like it's spiraling out of control for 101 Thieves a bit more than the last one was. Just seems like they don't have any damage.
It's another solo kill.
Yep.
Solo bolo from one house champ to another.
True.
Not quite able to pick up the mid tier 2, but you are getting all of your waves pushed out and getting the Herald.
Yeah, I mean, he should just be able to solo it. He is pretty fed.
A little bit, minorly fed. Only 11 and 1.
It's okay, even if Mason wins this game, he still can't beat the only good at Red Cane allegations.
I didn't know that those allegations existed,
Oh,
but
every time he
everyone is bad
he
at
loses.
blue
Every
cane
time
right
he
now,
picks
so.
red, he wins. No, this is historically accurate. Dom's probably just dead here. I don't see any way for him to get out. This is the flay, gets knocked up, and the Q is just going to pick him up.
You just flash in place too?
Yeah, I think so. Will's dodging this out pretty well, but I don't know. The Orianna Kane combos put in work.
Ori also doesn't have any mana right now, so play is a little hard for them to force.
I mean, gold leads within 7,000, only barely, and I feel like you can't win any fights unless Kai'Sa just gets the free hit somehow and Amumu hits the greatest ultimate of all time, and you have numbers. But now Julian just shows up.
Yeah, Gregerson mid game should be like ultimate peel. Will stop the Amumu from getting to the Ori.
Yeah, I mean, I think they're just looking to cheese a fight here somewhere. I mean, you just have to accept that you're dead here and try and get tower.
Did miss the W.
Oh, pause.
Looks like it's a short pause.
Yep. I'll flash it real quick, though. And I'm just dead. They're actually just like pausing so Mason could aim his W.
Something
There
like
appears
that,
to not be an explanation until after the pause had already unpaused. Nor was there an R asked for. Interesting. Oh, and now we're fucked. Awesome. Wait, maybe it'll work?
Fingers crossed.
Yeah. That is just a kill. This Orianna skin is evil, by the way. Why does the E look like a shockwave?
Yeah, I mean, I'm with Will here. Like,
No, I mean,
at least ask them if they're ready.
Yep. Especially like when a fight's going on. I don't know. I mean, mid turret is like maybe possible to kill here, but you just need to be so careful because they're just going to rotate off of it. This Baron was not thrown. This gold lead is quite significant. Will's just here to try and get him out, but they're collapsing on it. They definitely are aware to some degree of what's going on. Mason is like 3 levels up on one of them and 7 levels up on the other one. Like, you're not winning this fight. That's a really good hook though, but I don't think you're getting anything out of it. Maybe if you play him into tower? But even then, I think you just die, yeah.
Or he's here and has a shock wave available. Didn't even need to use it. I like the adaptation of going Malignance. At least we're getting some magic resist tread.
True.
I feel like you need a Abyssal Mask ASAP though.
Yeah, I think the Sphere Visage buy for Mason is really good.
Oh yeah, absolute.
And the Rift Herald's also probably just going to take their entire base. Like, this game might be over really soon. Really good Scion ulti though, actually just does half the health of whoever that was. Their name is Stunned, I think. And Eden is probably going to fall down here too. Really good engage coming out from Daxi, and maybe this is where the game turns. I don't know, Mason's going to be here, but he's going to be here late. Shockwave hits 2.
Kane.
Will is in a rough spot at the back of the fight, has to burn double sums to survive.
Great
and I think
play.
Mason's still going to be able to get it, but oh my god, he dodges it. Will's footwork here is so good. I think Mason's probably just going to die here unless Will walks too close, which he does exactly that. So now I don't think they can kill Kane anymore.
Yeah, they can't kill him anymore. They don't have anti-heal yet
That's
either
Kirsten.
into a Fed Kane.
Yeah, questionable decision making. Dominic might just be able to kill Kathy versus the flash out. Yeah, I mean, if Will just walks away from the Galio, I think he lives. But he walked into melee range of the Kayn who was about to come out. So that was a bit unfortunate.
If I'm Will here, I'm yelling for my team to get anti-heal.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know who's going to apply it best.
Galio with an Oblivion Orb, I feel like.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Oblivion Orb would proc off the Hollow Radiance, I believe.
Ooh, interesting. That's some good tech there. I think this is going to be third dragon picked up for Fruitcakes. That fight, though, was a scary look at what could happen for Fruitcakes, but this game
I
should
mean,
be
they
theirs
did
if they
also
don't
take
sell,
a fight 3v5 without Kayn being there.
Yeah. But I mean, if the problem is shock calling, then I don't think we can like expect that to not continuously happen.
That's
this
fair.
Could be another weird fight. Amumu just has to walk out. Doesn't really have any movement abilities to escape on his own. All of his movement abilities are going in. Really good cast there is actually going to keep him in, but Mason is not here for this fight and won't be for a while. But Galio isn't either, so they're just going to pick up 2.
Yeah, and you just group as 5 on top, try to get top inhib, push to for mid inhib as well, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
A little bit of BM here from
I mean, they've been doing that all series to each other.
Okay.
It's a mutual little top lane respect, it feels like. Throwing the E into the spell shield, knowing he's not doing anything, and now Mason is here. I'm not sure if they're going to be able to kill him. He just took a lot of damage from tower, and has just continued to tank tower shots. Sion is stalling this out, and the Galio ult is not going to find anybody. They might be able to kill Julian though. Shockwave only hitting onto the Galio. Will in range of Kayn now. Psycho Carrot is super far out of this fight, and that cask is huge. But they're only able to find one and still haven't gotten the tower. Alright, now they get it. Charm going down onto Thresh. Thresh is just going to be caught here. Yeah, I mean, this is a 10k lead. I think this should be pretty easy for Fruitcakes to just close out.
Next Baron's up in a minute and a half, so I don't know, pick up Baron and just walk together into their base.
Yeah, I mean, that might have to be
We have the
play.
money for it.
As long as Kayn's grouped, I don't think there's a world in which this team can lose.
I don't know. I would have liked to see some more early damage built from 101 Thieves so that they're not losing as hard in the early game, but I don't know. It's like the common, we have a really good defensive team, so we're just going to only build armor items, and then you don't have any damage. Or not like armor, I mean like defensive items. Mason seems to be really proud of himself for queuing into a wall.
Queued into the wall.
Yeah, I mean that's a 3-man shockwave.
Ori ulti though is really good.
And Will's actually able to survive here. Has barrier still, but that cask is going to seal his fate, I think. No Yone in the game, and fates are still being sealed.
True. Looks like it'll just be game though.
Yeah. It'll be interesting to see what the adaptations are coming out here. I don't think this draft from Fruitcakes is going to consistently win. Maybe into what 101 Thieves picks though, so. I don't know. They just never really had any damage to kill anybody. Black Cleaver was picked up, so who knows. Also, the Dominic's plated steel caps were completed, so.
Okay. Well, that's reportable, I think, but
It's just for Kayn, I think.
yeah, I guess so.
Okay, well, we're at a game 3 of this. This is a little ridiculous. We'll see if there's any chance that roster tool gets updated, but I think there is approximately a 0% chance of that. But it seems like there might be a Jonah sub coming out.
That would be fun.
Can someone explain to me why the fuck my teammate has Kenny from South Park as their Scion skin? Thanks, Rex.
Where did he say this?
In
Steven's
general.
discussion? Ah.
Okay, it looks like draft is 10-13. Okay, and it looks like 101 Thieves is going for red side, but let me actually open the draft to make sure because I can't trust shit anymore. But yeah, it looks like 101 Thieves has decided to select red side. I have little faith that the roster tool is updated, but let me check.
It could be.
Well,
A
that's
little
not right.
wishful thinking.
There's Jonah in lowercase on the wrong side, and it says that 101 Thieves has wins 2-0 in the series. Jesus fucking Christ. Everything's wrong.
Amazing.
I mean, technically the rosters are right-ish. Oh my god. Oh boy.
We might need a crash course for the captains on how to fill out the roster tool before next season.
I mean, everyone said that they completely understood how to do it, so.
Evidence has shown that was not the case.
Yep. I mean, to be fair, Jonah was not included in that, and I think he's the one who's having to fill it out, so.
That's valid, yeah.
Maybe not. I don't know. Oh well. Well, it appears Jonah is top laning in for Dominic, and then the other Dominic is just out. So, I mean, we're back to like legal roster territory. So, this is just an elaborate stall tactic by 101 Thieves, and now they end up with side select, which they had originally, and now it's a best of one instead of a best of 3, which honestly with this team might be better, but I don't think they're running the roster that they wanted to run. But what's the words? This shit's silly. Yeah, this shit's silly.
That works.
I mean, I don't even know how much there is to go over at this point. Jonah's the featured champion, or the featured player. Makes sense. 231 games played. I mean, if he's playing top, then I don't think so.
Is he playing top? I guess so.
That's what he listed himself as. They also have the wrong Dominic in, so actually this is not correct. Oh my god, Jonah, y'all put the wrong Dominic in.
Amazing. Incredible.
I'm gonna lose it.
I can feel Dean's eye twitching.
Oh well. Well, I should have the assets downloaded. Maybe I'll get everything sorted before drafts. We actually still have 2 minutes. So
Fingers crossed.
Okay. Anyway,
Them
Dominic
doing
has
mental
a very
warfare
good,
against you when you're on the opposite side of the
brawl.
bracket is kind of weird, by the way.
Yeah, I mean, I don't understand the point. We're gonna have so much to review after this series. Okay, Kai and Taxi still the featured matchup, although now it's 3-1 instead of 2-0. These aren't updated yet. But Dominic is actually the featured player on the other team, which makes more sense. These are the same stats that we already saw. Not too much to go over here. I don't know. I don't really know what to expect in the draft, and it's actually started early, which makes sense because they wanted to get it going. But same bans as last game, except Gragas is now taken off instead of Viego, which makes so much more sense. Does Mason just first pick Viego? Nope. This is a first pick Kaisa.
Kathy Kaisa?
Kai Kaisa mid?
Could also be true. Maybe they put Kathy Ori mid and put Kai Kaisa bot? I don't know.
Who knows? I mean,
who can say?
Bill still has Kog'Maw available to him. like Cog Braum here goes insane.
Also has Jinx.
That too. Like, I think we could just pick Jinx Braum here. But we'll see. Alistar's good too. Especially into Mason's champion pool, but I think he might just prefer that one to Braum. But they're saving as many counter picks as possible for the top side of the map, which I think is smart. Julian is now forced off the Gragas, which I think is actually really significant. But you'll have to see. Wukong's still available. Could be picked here as a flex. Eden's Rakan is picked. We've seen this a lot.
I definitely prefer it to the Morgana.
Yeah. And it does have a good matchup into Alistar because he can knock you away and you can just kind of like come right back into the fight. And this appears to be Lux locked in, which again could be either mid or bot. Except it's Ori, which again could be either mid or bot. So I don't know. But Ori plus Mason plus Rakan I think is really good. So I
We're
do
still
like
streaming
this
League, by the way.
Sorry.
All good.
I liked it better when OBS just let you stream OBS.
Yeah.
I need to look into how to fix that. I'm sure it's like a hardware acceleration thing or something. Vi is being locked in for Psycho Carrot here. I don't love it, but I don't hate it either. It's a pick Psycho Carrots can perform on before, and it actually has escape options, unlike the Amumu, which she really got punished for last game. So I think it works out pretty well. We do need to be mindful of the Silas here. I guess actually I don't think anyone plays it, but maybe Mason would pick it with the Alistar showing. Kane's being
Sure,
banned.
Julian could also play it top.
Why not? Viego needs to be taken out here, though. It absolutely steamrolls Vi, and it's something that they're clearly concerned about. So please get this shit off my screen. And nice. We did it. Good job.
No worries.
And it's the same 4 bans against Taxi again. I assume we're just going to blind top here. But maybe not. I wouldn't hate like an Ari pick or something. I mean, I guess you already have lanes showing. Hui's locked. So, I mean, I guess...
On a mid?
No, I mean, I think Taxi can just play it.
Taxi can play Hui too, yeah.
Anyone can play that champion. I think he's fake hard. I mean, you know you're probably into Kaiser or Orianna, so I think it's not that much of a scary blind, and I think saving top counter is still good. Mason's going to know the majority of what he's stealing into. I feel like top lane champions are a lot less unique, so it's easier to know what to draft into. But it looks like we're just going to see Jax, which is a really good blind
Please
right
be
now.
top. Please don't be jungle, please.
I mean, Mason's played it this season already,
I know,
I think.
and I don't want him to.
Yeah, I agree. I don't know what else is going to get picked here. They could just flex it and then, you know. Are they going to pick a champion?
What, Wukong too?
Yeah,
Double
hell
flex.
yeah. They'll just like
That's still a double flex.
take turns jungling. Ooh. That champion is really good right now.
Yeah, it's also a flex as well.
Yep.
Although I'd imagine this one's probably going jungle.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Gwen jungle. We will have to see how this turns out, though. This pick is really good right now, but I haven't personally seen Mason perform on it in the games that I played with his Gwen. So we'll have to see. And a Kali top is just picked into the Jax. You have to respect it. We're in our elimination game, and we are picking a crazy pick into it. I wonder if he's going to go like a bruisery build or if we're just going full damage. Because honestly, like, the Kali's also a really good counter to Gwen, simply because you can just burst the Gwen out. I think if Gwen just doesn't have too many tanks to hit, which there's really only just going to be Alistar this game. Vi's going to be a little bruisery, but I assume that you're just going to default towards a more damage-oriented build. And these fights are going to be really fun. It's just going to be a battle of who can one-shot each other first. The Jax is going to be a huge threat here, but there's not too much that's really auto-attacking you. And a lot of the magic damage that we're seeing isn't necessarily AoE. So his counter strike isn't going to have too much use. Hui, a lot of it is, but I don't know. I think this will be a really, really interesting game. Very different from the last two that we just watched, obviously. I don't know. I will run a prediction while I'm waiting for this to go. Manage prediction, start prediction. Who makes it to semis? Well, if anyone still has money left after awards, here's your opportunity. Lobby seems to have still not been created, so
Is it bad if I vote in this one?
no. It's not like you get to choose.
That's true. Unbiased caster or whatever, but
Who cares? As long as you don't like say who you're voting for, then do your whole cast about now you need your channel points back. I think you're
I
fine.
don't care. I still have plenty.
Yeah. Dude, this is gonna be awesome. I feel like we've gotten a series at this point. Like I don't really care who wins. Everything's all back to even. I don't know. It's just a question of like, is Jonah the better top laner than Drago? More consistent, certainly.
For sure.
The teams are struggling to get into order here, I fear. It's quite funny. Evan's also in here for some reason. I don't know why Evan's in the lobby. Oh my god, this is like the least coordinated lobby swapping I've ever seen. Okay, we got there. Oh my goodness. Should be loading in at some point. All right, we are in Champ Select. We did it. I'm just gonna wait, and yeah, this is for sure Gwen jungle, so nothing surprising there. I am also waiting. This is going to be Kaisa mid, Oriana bot. I think that's probably worse, but if that's the way this team wants to play, who am I to question them? They just absolutely stomped last game, so they clearly know what they're doing.
Sure.
Maybe it's Jinx mid, play bot. No, anything could happen.
I'm having Taxi at Fruitcakes asking who is playing every champ.
Yeah, I mean, they didn't answer them last time, which is like against the rules, but I don't know. Jonah DMs me and says I'm playing up just to ego top, I guess. I mean, fair. I fear they have 10 seconds to set their rune based on these responses. Yeah, I mean, I guess, like, I wonder last game if, like, the runes weren't optimal because not knowing who was playing who.
Maybe,
Because
but I feel like at that point you just don't say that you're ready.
Right.
Oh.
Yeah. I don't know. They answered this time, so. Whatever. 2 minutes until we're in game.
I hear Kathy yelling in the other room.
Rex is like cooking in general chat while the series is going on. He's supporting his team in the way he knows best.
True.
Alright, well we should be letting in lots of Star Guardian and pink skins this game. We have three Star Guardians, and then T1 Oriana, which is also pink. Broken Covenant Rakan, also pink.
Oh yeah.
Alright. We will see where this goes. Doesn't look like either team's really looking for an invade. Makes sense. No one really has a great level 1. Alistar doesn't really come online until level 3.
To Summoner's Rift.
Well, I guess here we'll find the answer.
30 seconds until minions spawn.
I'm glad that everyone's being so civil. I feel like Julian's just like not tilted at all.
I feel like Julian does not care.
Right.
Bro is being chilling.
Spawned.
Okay, I mean that
Yeah.
is not on fruitcakes
Right.
then.
Yeah, I mean, I think they answered both times. I think we're fine.
Yeah.
Whatever. I mean, the pause was still a little monka, but it's okay. Will and Eden are bringing you back together. I don't know. I feel like it's really just like Mason and Taxi beefing with each other, and like no one else cares. Which is funny
Does
because
seem
they're
like
like
that a little bit, yeah.
But I don't know.
Maybe Mason ran it down in one of Taxi's games earlier, and that's why they're mad at each other.
Only one.
Fair enough.
I don't know. I think the jungle matchup here should be a bit interesting. I feel like Gwen is likely to get a lot done, but I feel like if she doesn't get a lead, it's very easy for the rest of the team to just kind of deal with her. There's not very many spells that she can block and it like single-handedly changes the tide of the team fight. Like there's stuff from Wei, like maybe if you block Wei ult, but a lot of the times like his rotation is going to be up pretty quickly and Jinx is just going to be able to keep free firing. So I don't think she gets a lot of benefit from her W, so I think the main point of Gwen is just trying to one-shot people. But there's not too many tanks, so you don't do like crazy amounts of damage. But
Can we talk about the solo lane CS leads?
yeah, I mean, they did get counterpick in both of them. I don't know how Kaisa ever gets to exist in Dewey. That's why I feel like you gotta just swap the Kaisa and Ori back. But I mean, if Kathy doesn't play it and isn't comfortable playing mid, then it doesn't mean anything. And then Akali Jax is just a good matchup.
Also hyper comfort for Jonah.
Yeah. I don't know how much Jax Julian really plays in lane. Champion is not super easy to play around if you don't know what you're doing. I don't know. I mean, Kai is like, he's playing like he's mad about the all-team selection, but I mean, it really comes down to game 3, right? So if Taxi gets the gap here, then I think it kind of evens itself out, but Kai has definitely had the better lane, and all 4 times these laners have played against each other, which is pretty interesting. I think it just kind of shows how close the mid pool is in terms of skill.
Alas, my goat Brewer has retired and is now washed.
True. Well, Psycho Carrot probably has something huge here. Really good engage coming up from Dominic, and I think, yeah, that Vifist is going to hit both, and Jinx is going to get her hyper passive procced, I believe. One more auto, and yep, I feel like Eden's probably screwed here. Does have Flash still, but so does everyone else, and that's going to be a double kill for Jinx. And Will is coming online. Should be able to catch up in CS here.
Will is coming on what?
Online. You know, like chat rooms.
Yeah.
As a North Carolinian, I know all about these.
What does that mean?
If you know, you know. I don't know.
Slow game so far. I mean, 2 kills going over, but just in the bot lane. The other 2 lanes are pretty much at a standstill. Handshaking the CS lead for 101 Thieves solo lanes.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really know what you're going to be able to do about this. Gwen does not have really good early ganks, so she's not really going to be a huge threat. Vi is the complete opposite, so if you try and go for too much with the Jax or Kaisa early, Kaisenat. Oh my god, wait, he's playing. That's him. He is the Kaisenat. Okay.
I hate it here.
It's okay. PB has given us all a brain worm in Cypher. But yeah, I mean, I think Vi's just going to provide too much pressure, and then that's just flashed. I don't know if it kills, but I mean, ult traded for flash super early in the game is a big advantage for Taxi.
Yeah.
Yeah, and just to clarify, I don't know. I don't know if people are going to misinterpret the chat room's comment. Certain gubernatorial candidate in North Carolina has had some interesting behavior on them, to say the least.
I see.
Is the reference there. Jonah actually didn't mark the E, but still has his second half of this ult in, so he's going to look for it. If they're able to find something, they're getting in range, but I think Mason might just... Yeah, he should just be able to walk out. Ignite's going to get him low, but yeah, he's not going to die.
Shouldn't kill, yeah.
1 tick off, though. Those kind of suck, but you're still ending up winning on
really
that play.
For 101 Thieves.
Yep. It's some for some, too. It's Ignite and Ghost were traded there. Dominic just hitting the stanky leg on the minion. It is fun that he can just like freeze the wave even if it's already crashed by just knocking the minions away. It's a good trick. Definitely knows what he's doing on these ships. I don't know, I feel like in my opinion he was like the most undervalued in terms of awards voting. But I don't know. Maybe people just don't know. Dominic, good support. Jonah is just getting run down here by the Jax. Doesn't have his R available. Needs that E to really get out, but Jax is just not able to chase it. Did just fully buy MR to start this game off. Gwen is sitting mid. Jonah just did not care and just stayed. I think you just need to accept the fact that your wave's in a really bad spot and just take the base.
Jax still has flash too.
Yeah, he's just going
likely
to do
to get
exactly
flashed
that.
on.
Yep. does take a tower shot there, but gets a lot of poke down and almost gets a second turret plate, which I think he was actually able to pick up. I mean, huge lead in the mid lane is not anything new or surprising. And full objective control has just been given over to 101 Thieves. They have a Vi, other team has a Gwen. They've drafted like full scaling composition versus, full scaling plus Vi, so I don't know. Jonah is doing a lot here, has the ultimate available. Could probably get away with a dive, but there's absolutely no reason to force one. Gwen's now showing up in the mid lane, but Psycho Carrot's here. First two Gwen ults are down, and Psycho Carrot just looks to go entirely on to Kai, but isn't going to be able to find anything. Can't even retarget, but now Wei ult is going down, and they're trying to combo with the Vi ultimate. They're able to find one. They might be able to find a second one. Kai's so far behind, and they're actually just going to go 1-for-1 there. So that's a 2-for-1 in favor of 101 Thieves. Pretty messy play and uncoordinated, I can't lie, but it worked out very well for them, so it doesn't really matter. I think if they had both done the same target selection, they get a 1-for-0 instead of a 2-for-1. So that might be worse.
At the end of the day, Wei still crashes the wave and has built up to like a almost 40 CS lead.
Yeah, I mean, you're super happy with how that turned out.
He's happy with it,
Yeah. I think it's just a worry going forward if they're going to be able to communicate better. Like, if you're picking Vi, you generally want to have a pretty good comms with your mid laner. Ace is just going to walk over a ward here. But he should be aware of that because it's pinged. It's now going to go back to sweep it. Wei could be in a lot of trouble here. Doesn't have that flash available and does miss the fear, so he's just going to go down. Killed promptly. I was going to say going to Julian, but Kai's just able to pick that one up. Alistar roamed to try and match, but just not able to get it done. Wasn't sure if there were Mia pings or anything from top lane, but hard to know without being in comms. This would go well if Jonah had hit the E, but I think without that, they're in a lot of trouble. I think you just have to go and get grubs here. The support is rotated up, so it should be a 3v3 topside. Wei is not going to have TP to get in here, though. And Kai's just getting a lot of early damage onto Dominic. And if the Gwen ult comes down, it's going to do a lot to Dom. And he's just going to have to probably Alistar ult that, but he's just dead. The map is very much in favor of Fruitcakes now, but Jonah looking for it is able to pick up the kill, but now Psycho Carrot's in the middle of a lot of stuff that he doesn't need to be around. But Will from downtown is able to pick it up, but Kai's actually able to get a kill in response. So they're still up 1 kill on this entire map play, and no grubs were secured by either team. So
I just went from 1-1 to 5-1.
Yeah, that's scary.
Should still be behind a little bit.
Still down 200 gold.
And is down a little bit in XP as well, but that definitely makes the game a lot more playable for him.
Yeah, he's now just going to get rinsed, though. Or not. I don't think that's how you play Wei. I think you're supposed to QW, because you get bonus damage.
I think you are
if they're
supposed
stunned.
to QW, yeah.
I don't know if the EQ might deal more damage, too. But I don't know.
I don't know. EW is also just easier to time.
Yeah.
You don't need to time it.
True. I mean, we could just see another attempt at these grubs, but they're going to despawn. Psycho Carrot might just want to grab one to at least get stacked. But, oh, maybe this is not how you want to do it. Is actually just going to grab the grub and try and leave here, but I mean, I think he's just dead. I mean, you're trading your life for your 4 grub breakpoint. But he should be back up relatively in time for Dragon. I don't know. Seems like 101 team might have just been a bit too greedy here.
and gave away a lot of advantage to the Kai'Sa, who's now 6-1, and I think that should put her ahead in gold. Yep, she's up about 200 on Taxi now.
Turret plating will fall soon.
But Taxi should just be able to grab another plate here. I don't know if he got gold. It actually didn't go down. This is really funny. That plate has 16 health. And it's not going to be able to get taken because there's no time. It's 160 gold just into the void. And now Dominic's getting super engaged on here. There's 3 people that should just be able to pop ult and walk away if CC ever does come down. Mason's actually able to walk through the Jinx traps, which is a really good interaction for Gwen this game. Charm's coming down, and now Dom does pop ulti, is able to get a stun onto the Gwen, and they are so ahead in terms of damage here. Jonah's just going to get solo killed on the other side of the map, but now Kai'Sa coming in, looking for some damage. TP is coming down from Hwei, so I think they should be able to win the fight if they can force it, but I think they're just going to walk and try and take Dragon here. Ult's already burned from Rakan and Gwen, which is massive in this fight. But it looks like they're just walking forward. They're going to try and force some sort of dive. Psycho Garrett charging up his fist is going to look to go in, isn't going to find anyone, and now Taxi looking for some damage, but again, they're not coordinated on this, so Psycho Garrett's trying to get as much damage down to the Kai as possible. They're actually able to find it. Shockwave did just come through, but now Taxi flashing forward. Mason's super far down on health. But I mean, that's just a 2-0.
Shockwave unfortunately only hit the Alistar there.
Yeah, definitely didn't find what they wanted to, but I don't think it mattered at that point. Health bars on 101 Thieves were just so much higher. This Jinx is going to be a problem. While gold may be close to even in the mid lane, Jinx has even more gold than either of them, and Ori is not close. That dragon just went down to 1 health, and they almost didn't kill it. But anyway, that's 2 drags stacked for 101 Thieves. Mason just queued in the wrong direction. I don't know. Comedy of errors from the junglers so far this game, it seems. Neither one of them having a great game. The ADC champions in this game, however, are having the opposite luck. Both Kai and Will are playing super well. Jonah should be able to live here. Should just accept the ult trade. Please don't ult forward. It's just going to see us away. But yeah, Rift Herald is just going to get soloed pretty much. I don't think anyone else even needed to touch it. Picking up the eye is important, and they're able to do so. But this is a 4K and 2 drag lead, which is pretty significant. Not the biggest lead we've seen at 16 minutes this series, but close. We're just going to have to see if Jax and Gwen come online. Jonah's started to lose out on top side, which I think is pretty important. But I don't know if it's going to stay that way, and I think you could always kind of swap around lane assignments and have someone else play into the Jax.
For sure.
You know what has a great time? Hwei is probably playable for.
I feel like if you're fruitcakes at this point, you start getting nervous.
Yeah, I mean, you just need to do such a good job of taking Jinx out in fights, and Will's positioning has definitely had issues this series, but it's been really solid overall, and it's a huge reason of why they won the first game, and were able to make it seem close in the second one.
Yeah, he's had some really nice fancy feet this series.
Yeah. I don't know. I worry that maybe just picking the Kai'Sa away just enabled him to do even better, but I mean, Kai is doing so well this game. I think it's working. Kathy's about to stack up her Archangels, which is going to be huge for the next fights. But Jonah and Julian just trading this out again. Jonah not able to get the E off before or to dodge the counter-strike. If he can go in, he should be able to have this. Perfect Execution's up, but Grandmaster's Might is as well. So it would really just come down to like execution on everything.
Did Mason mean to drop Rift Herald there?
Unsure. Probably not. It looks like he's just gonna die. Maybe it's like masterful baits, like, I don't know.
Masterful bait or grave mistake? Looks like a grave mistake.
Yeah, that did nothing. Baron's up in a minute and a half. I don't think either team's going to be going for it, but both teams have a lot of damage on it, so probably could sneak it if they wanted to. But the drag is probably the bigger concern. If 101 Thieves can get to Soul Point on Hex Tech Soul with Wei and Jinx, like that's a bit crazy. Both teams are really going to want this Soul. We went from the worst Soul in the game 2 games in a row to the best, and now they're looking for a play top, but I mean, Akali has ult, so she's never going to die here. Yeah, she doesn't even need it, she just has Shroud.
Yeah, thankfully, Mason did not use
Ult or Ghost.
Sums or ult, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he used Smite, but it's already back off cooldown, doesn't matter.
Yep. It's funny how little damage he takes with one item.
Yeah, I mean, they popped the Celestial opposition, so they have that going for them.
Yep. Cybercat should just be able to get out after clearing these Raptors. They're able to get some CC down to Rakan. I don't know if that's the pick you want to start the fight, but they are able to kill him to start it off. Psycho Carrot falling down super low though, and they're not able to get a reset onto the Jinx. Will guesses, but isn't able to find it. Mason is super low here. If Tax is able to find a QW, or Mason just walks up forward and he's just going to die. I don't think we need the red buff that bad. And now Kai is just dead too. Like, there's like no respect for 101 Thieves here. Like, you have Wei and Jinx and we're playing in like Kai'Sa range.
I don't know.
That was a super savable fight. And
yeah, it looked good initially, and then
yeah, now Gwen and Kai'Sa are just both dead for drag.
Yeah. Maybe they want the pressure of playing into Soul Point. I don't know.
Maybe it's like it's an ego thing.
Something like that.
I can beat this team no matter how many dragons they have or how many kills I give over to them. Yeah, I mean, there's your third drag. I mean, Jonah's gonna die here, I think. Or not. I think Julian just might not be super comfortable on the champion, so doesn't do the limit testing as much.
Yeah. Is that a mod that he's building?
I don't think so. Because you don't have that,
yeah, mod doesn't build out of null magic anymore.
No. Well,
did it ever? I don't know. Maybe
that's not null magic. It does build out of null magic. That's Negatron.
Negatron, I mean.
It might be Wit's End, but I don't think so.
Maybe.
Psycho Carrot is caught in between a lot of different people here, but he might just be able to get out. Dominic is super tanky, and the rest of the team is just collapsing here. Kai'Sa TPing not very far, but is going to join the fight, and that's a huge shockwave. But now Jinx is just able to kind of walk up and free fire. Flash is burned from Alistar, and Taxi kind of discouraging them from walking farther up. I mean, Psycho Carrot did deserve to get punished for that, for sure. Yeah. But they burn 2 flashes and only lose 1 person for what could be a much larger mistake.
Jinx ult does not manage to stop the Jack's bet.
Yeah, it might have killed him if it hit, too. Just slightly misaimed. Maybe expected him to dodge it or something? I don't know. If Jonah can get a good fight off here, he does have perfect execution.
To be fair to Will, I think it was a blind ulti because they don't have vision in that bush from what I can see.
Oh, yeah. Then that was really good.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if they dropped Farsight, though, and it just insta-popped because it saw him.
Maybe.
And Psycho Carrot trying to get that farm lead back, you know? Very, very silly character. It is way past his bedtime.
True. He's a little sleepy. He's just like me for real.
Yeah. Jonah, I mean, could take that. It would be funny. If Psycho Carrot circles rack bound here, though, like, Geist is just dead. Like, this is a play.
Jax and Ori have ulti. Depends on how quickly they can react to it.
TP or?
What did I say? Ulti? Yeah, I meant TP.
Yeah.
Well, they didn't TP at all, so
yeah.
doesn't matter.
Yeah, I mean,
Kali's killing you in like 2 seconds max. Psycho Carrot is just tanking the tower. I mean, eventually this thing's gonna die, right?
Surely.
Baron's been up for a while. There's been no pressure towards it at all. Next drag's in 2 minutes. Key cooldowns. Kaisa Flash is going to be back up, which is super important. All ultis are currently available, except for Perfect Execution and whatever the fuck device is called. Season Desist. I should have known that. But it should be back up. And I think the only thing that might be questionable is Vi Flash, I think, isn't going to be up. But all other major cooldowns should be.
Is
I'm unsure about.
going to be up?
Yeah, hard to tell. Can I ping it?
I don't know. I feel like if you click on him, you should see. No? Okay, I guess not.
Whatever. Probably close enough. And if he gets a good Hex Slash engage, then it should be fine.
Yeah, doesn't matter either way.
Yeah, I really don't know. But they're sending 2 top again. It's Gwen and Jax, and they don't have a huge threat onto the Akali. I mean, they're looking to get this tower, I guess, but I mean, they're way out of position for the dragon that's about to show up. And that's a huge chunk of damage down to Mason. They should just be able to kill him if they get on him. Jonah has not had the best accuracy this game. Jinx ulti out there to provide some additional damage, and that's a TP expended. And I don't think they're going to get anything out of it. Kaisa is here, is getting it onto the backline though. Is CC'd a little bit. If Jonah can just get away, he should be fine. But that's actually a double kill going over to the side of 101 Thieves, or Fruitcakes. 101 Thieves was able to get only 1 off that play, but lost a tower. So this is pretty huge.
Kind of pushed the Kaisa into the fleeing Akali.
This is true.
But if they can pick up this drag, you know, doesn't really matter. All's forgiven.
Yeah, I mean, Gwen is going to be there a bit late. But
does have the Hex Gates at least.
Oh, Eden is just in here. Is taking a lot of damage. Is not actually going to die somehow. Jinx Rocket almost up. So this is a super precarious position. Gwen's going to be there before anyone else. Now Julian's setting up a nasty flank. Jonah does have TP, but I don't know where he's going to TP to. Looks like there's pings coming down. Julian's on the flank. This is huge. Will's going to have to flash here, but they did stun. And he stuns Flash Barriers way too late. And now I think this fight is going to go completely in Fruitcake's favor. I don't know what tools 101 Thieves even has left. Dom's out here. That's a 3-man knockup, and that could be huge. Way's able to get 1, is able to get 2, and now Jonah's able to pick 1 up. Dominic just absolutely cooking them. And now Julian's looking to get a stun. I don't know if it's going to be able to enough to find anything. Perfect Execution is now coming down, and the Flea comes out. They're able to get an ace.
Julian smurfed it, but then Dom came right back and smurfed it even harder.
Yeah, I mean, like, imagine if Will flashed, like, in advance. Then they get nothing. They were able to find the kill on the Jinx and Vi just because, like, he failed the reaction test. But I don't know. I think this game is just going to get so hard for... Taxi just missed the dragon. For Fruitcakes to play. They're down like 6k gold, and they're now down Hextech. That was kind of like their last chance to try and get the fight going.
It's gonna be really hard. They also don't really have a front line. I mean, Rakan is slightly tanky, but...
Yeah, I mean, Jax is your best bet.
Yeah.
And I mean, he's doing well. I don't know. The Gwen has just actually not done anything this game. 8 assists is decent, but it's not what you want to see from the Gwen.
Just feels like it's not really Mason's style. I don't know.
It's Mason's style in the sense that it's a really good pick in the meta right now, and he's going to pick it because it's good, but it doesn't mean it's like his play style.
Yeah.
Psycho Garrett may be able to heist this thing away. As the type, thank you for the leech, Kai, but they actually did not get it. And now he
going in here.
Yeah, I mean, Psycho Carrot is a greedy motherfucker. I think with 3 people committed by, you might have just been able to go for a Baron angle, but now your jungle's off map.
Now it is hard.
Yeah. Oh, Julian might just be able to pick this up. Pops the ulti. And Taxi has no sums. He's able to get the Flea off. But yeah, I mean that's a nice shutdown for Julian there. I think it's hard for anyone to really match him.
Objective bounty is really good, but it looks like Dom is just gonna be able to clear the wave with Hex Tech.
Yeah, I mean he should just be able to W him away as well. With 2 though, they might be able to just hop on it. And if they have no one to defend, then I think... Yeah, you're just going to back off. Well, they just closed it down about 2,000 gold, which is significant.
It's playable. It's still hard, but it's definitely... The light at the end of the tunnel is getting a little brighter.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like this is just down to like
way.
which team doesn't make the game-ending mistake. Because both teams have been playing not their most, but like consistent game. Definitely some mistakes coming out. And that could have just been a shockwave, but Kathy, showing restraint, doesn't want to do the one-man shockwave. Will does get poked out a bit there, but shouldn't be too bad. I would imagine he has Bloodline. Yep. I mean, we can try this bot lane 1v1 again, but I don't think it's going to go in 101 Thieves' favor, so they need to look for a play somewhere else. They're trying to push out this top wave, might be looking for just the tier 2. Does have a lot of gold value, but your entire jungle is getting stolen from you while this is happening. Gold is definitely swinging in the favor of free kicks here. Which is what you want to see if you're trying to climb out of the Hextech drag deficit.
-3, I think I counted there.
Oh.
He is running the lethal tempo like attack speed jinx build over the press the attack lethality build, which is an interesting decision.
I think that's like better now, from my understanding.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, I mean they can just force a Baron. It ensures that they're in a 5v5. Jax does have TP, and now they're on vision, so now the entire team is just going to start collapsing on them, but we'll see how this goes. Jax is now TPing. They need to look for a turn here, though, I think. But Jonah just going right on top of the Gwen, and is now just taking a huge chunk of damage, and Taxi just gets blown up immediately, but now Jinx is resetting. Huge Alistar engage, but Julian's on top of Will with the
That was such a massive shockwave. Is it playable?
Now Jonah's here. Jonah and Psycho Carrot are doing the most damage remaining. And Jonah hits the E, and they're able to just find it, and I think that's Baron. Psycho Carrot was able to just live.
That was so close.
I mean, they picked off the 2 damage carries like immediately, and it just didn't matter because Jonah's just fed.
Ego top pick is paying off.
Yeah. I mean, that looked disastrous for 101 Thieves. I mean, you lose the 2 people that you need to keep alive, like, instantly. But, I mean, I guess they just put down enough damage. Will was able to get 1 and then reset. He does have Rune Hand, so he's going to be hitting multiple targets, but... Oh, yeah. Both of them still have Flash, too. Or now have Flash after not having it in the fight. I'm not sure what the cooldowns were. Oh, I think if 101 Thieves stops playing sloppy, I think this is a very easy game for them. But fortunately for Fruitcakes, the most flippable, silly haha objective in the game is now up in 30 seconds.
Yeah.
So if we're going to see someone sell the game, it's going to be on Elder, and it's going to be very soon on Elder. So, oh my gosh, Kathy almost one shot there. That's Pulse Burn from both and Flash used by the Orianna. Back is coming out from Jinx and Akali. Akali's able to TP back in, and Jinx just cancels its base, which is smart. Akali just wanted for health. And yeah, she is just staying on map. Jonah's looking for a good flank. Is spotted out on the ward here. They have so much damage on this. And that's a root coming out, but now Mason's just getting picked off by Akali maybe. But Jonah's just looking to stall. They're going over the wall and just slowing this down. If this fight takes long enough, but Jax is in on the backside. They're almost able to kill Jinx, and now
that's a Kaisa flash onto the Jinx, but Dominic is actually just going to be able to kill 2 on the back of this fight because of Elder. And also, like, it has to do is, like, auto Kai wants Kai with the fancy feet. And yeah, I mean, Dominic is just going to be able to pick up a double kill with Elder as an Alistar. Which is really funny, objectively speaking.
They get the Elder off of Akali and Jinx, but
Yeah. It's still on Hwei,
Wei
who's full
still has
health.
plenty of damage, yeah.
Yeah. And I mean, you do have to applaud Fruitcakes. They're doing a really good job of picking off Jinx, and Julian's been playing out of his mind. These flanks have been exactly what you need from the Jax. They're just, unfortunately, a bit too far behind from the early game. And honestly, these Void Mites getting in some extra work. Psycho Carrot trading his life for a lot of extra damage on tower in the late game. Julian took a lot from this very little amount of chunking that's been done to him. Jinx is just going to walk up here. Jonah doesn't have TP either, but they're just hex gating up to try and get to mid as fast as possible. And I think they just win every fight, so they just need to force it. But they're just going to go back, collect some stuff off the map, not look to go too crazy off the Elder. They do have a 10k gold lead plus soul, so they're not in a lot of trouble. And all of their towers except for 2 are still on the map.
This game is on a knife's edge for Fruitcakes. One mistake and they will end their season.
Yeah. And I mean, feels like 101 Thieves could still have stuff go poorly for them if they make a mistake, but the big mistake that they can make won't be up for another 4 minutes. And it feels like if it's not an Elder and a Baron that they sell them both, it's going to be very hard to lose the game. But anything can happen. Jinx is 4 items. Hwei is now 4.5 items. Vi is building towards the GA. There's a Zhonya's active available for Akali. Probably going to complete into the Hourglass soon. Jax is 3.5, so is Gwen. Kai'Sa's at 4.5, just as strong as the other mid laner. But Orianna's significantly behind. And same with Rakan. This Alistar is going to be very hard to kill for anyone but the Gwen, or if you have Jax on him, but I feel like if you have Jax on the Alistar, your fight's probably already over.
Feels like the last team fight of the game will be around this Baron.
Well, last team fight of the game for Fruitcakes, or if they manage to win, then...
First in a long series of team fights, yeah.
A potentially game-ending team fight for sure, though, if 101 Thieves is able to pick it up. If Jinx gets let loose inside a base, it's kind of over for it. Not as bad as it was last season, though, when we had the Jinx that had uncapped resets off structures and objectives. That was fun.
Uncapped attack speed from it, too. It was crazy seeing Jinx rockets actually laser beam because they were being fired so fast.
It was awesome. I say, as the person who got to play the Jinx in that meta, but Jonah's just kind of playing like Warden here. He's making sure that no one can walk up. There is no vision on the Baron. They probably know now, but Jonah is probably just going to turn onto Mason as soon as he can. It's almost a steal, but Julian's now getting a double stun on the backline, but Gwen's just dead immediately, and I don't think anyone else is much longer for this world, and that's just going to be a 5-0 immediately. And 101 Thieves with authority are ending this game.
And the series.
Yeah, we'll be eliminating Fruitcakes.
Fruitcakes put up a good fight.
Yeah, this was an interesting series for sure, but 101 Thieves looking super dominant in this last game. And we'll be moving on to face Metabusters, and if you're playing like this, Metabusters is going to absolutely smoke you, so hopefully we see some improvement from 101 Thieves going into the next series, but they're able to solidify that they, in fact, did deserve 4th place this season, at least. And if they can do better, they can do better. This has been a long stream for me, so I don't know if I'm going to look to pull MVPs, but Pop Quiz should be up on YouTube in like 20 minutes, so I'll just ping that. Unless you think we should get someone in here, but I think after that series, probably everyone just wants to go to bed. Yeah. All right. Good night, everybody. Thanks for watching. I'll pay out the thing before we hop off stream real quick. Oh, it's a very
GG's.
Very split prediction. All right. GG's, everybody.
Congrats to 101 Thieves.
Yes. Congrats.